anymore. I need to find myself. Be myself up on the floor.
Yo, 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 Eagle Eye Crew. Welcome back. Spartan Red's Chill Out Zone. Yeah, I'm early. Oh, Eagle Eye Crew, I'm early today. Yeah, you all running in here now. Come on. Started early today, Eagle Eye Crew. Caught you all out. Late yesterday, early today. Who's in the house? Who's in the house early? Odin Spear, how you doing, mate? Glad you could make it. You're not late, you're early. I'm early. This will keep the Eagle Eye Crew on their toes. You have to come and check in, make sure I'm not rolling already. I'm early today. All good, yeah. Listen, it's all good here as well, mate. It's all good. How you doing, Chief? Red Brick Bigger Bob here. Nice for you to drop in and spend some time in the Chill Out Zone, Chief. You know, you're always more than welcome to come and hit that pipe. Mr. Cool, how you doing, mate? Good evening, he says. Hi, good evening. It is a good evening indeed. Hang on. Let me Nathan Jackson. What did Jerry have a cry about now? I don't know. I don't watch Jerry. I don't. I ain't got time. Too busy. Knowing Jerry, it's probably something I've done. Spartan Red's Chill Out Zone. Still not officially open, but we're open. Line up. Call out what drink you want before the bar gets rushed. Odin's beard is a cunt. Jerry's okay and Derek's okay. Smoke and move on. Exactly. I haven't got no beef with Jerry. You know, I'm a big man. Jerry's a big man. We just got, you know, sometimes you have to move in different directions. Mystical says nice music. Yeah, it's the Chill Out Zone. Nate says pack and green one, brothers. Of course, get it on. Start twisting and start sparking. Come on, Eagle Eye crew. You all thought it was 10:30. I was here at 10:25. Listen, I'm not playing today. Odin's beard is a cunt. You both still good cunts? Yeah, we're still cunts. You know, I still love Jerry. I always will. You know, it's just that, things are as they are. Got to move forward, my friends. You can't live in the past. Chief says yes, smoke 'em. My fucking comments are doing a mad one. Yo, Fally's in the house. How you doing, mama? Yo, Dean, how you doing, mate? Nice to see you. Hope you enjoyed the time with the little ones. It's like the time with the little ones because it makes me feel young, and they kind of idolise Grampy, so I love it. Actually, I'm seeing them tomorrow, so I've got to get a good night's sleep because they wear me out. Yo, James, how you doing, mate? Odin's beard is a cunt. Says, you're a good soul, Derek. I hope so. I really hope so, because
Yo.
This place hurts me. Yo, how you doing, James?
I'm good, thanking yourself.
Oh, I'm fly. I'm fly. As they used to say back in the day. The young ones won't know that word, but you'll know that word.
Oh, yeah.
I'm fly, mate. I'm fly. And all the better for seeing you. It's always wonderful if you can spend the time, find the time to come on the show.
I wasn't expecting to be on today because I know Sundays are just, you dedicate Sundays for your day.
Normally it's the Spartan Red real sit down and, just get in with the evidence and chat with the Eagle Eye crew. But because of what happened yesterday, because I knew, I didn't know until I read because my phone was off. So I didn't even realise you'd come in to try and get in. And I felt so bad for you because I know you was probably dying to show your evidence. I thought, no, I can have a chill out.
It worked out good because I got to watch Mike, listen to him. He hasn't been on. I haven't seen him in a long time. On anything.
I sent him the link. He might be on tonight. So
nice. Yeah, and you displayed a lot of evidence when
you speak to Mike because when he starts talking and then when he starts going on about his run-ins with establishment and that, it's a guideline for everybody else. And they can just set up victimize you in an instant. So
right.
He will definitely come back on. And as I was just saying, it's always a privilege for me, James, to have you on. You're such a cool dude. It's your evidence is always good. You know what we're talking about, and and the Eagle Eye crew, they all love you. So it's great. It's family. It's family. That's what family's about.
Well, I definitely appreciate being on. Getting to expose my my evidence and have it go over, by you and Jerry or whoever else is on, and the Eagle Eye crew, So it's always been great coming up and being able to to reach out to talk to the Eagle Eye crew.
You know what? And the thing is, James, it's not like you've got to run. You haven't got to run your evidence by me at all. Your evidence is victory evidence. It's always at least 9 out of 10 or 8 out of 10, which is good enough. And you don't have to run nothing by me, mate. You're on fire by yourself. You don't need to my approval. You don't need my approval on anything, mate, because you know what you're talking about. You know what meltology is. You can recognise it a mile off. Don't need to say nothing.
Yeah,
it's not like
definitely fun learning.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like I was saying. It's like I'm not I ain't no leader of nothing. I ain't selling nothing. I'm just putting evidence up and seeing how far and how wide it will affect people. You know,
Right.
It's
Right.
all about we have to grow into this knowledge. It's mind bending knowledge. We have to grow into it. And just on that point, I was speaking to a guy in the Melted Red Brick University today who's got a very, very unique take on the actual X Factor event, on what actually caused it. So at the moment, I'm checking it out. His theory. His name's Stefan. If you're listening, Stefan, I will be getting into it with you.
I might have seen some of his. Did he put some pictures up?
No. He hasn't put any pictures up.
Okay.
He messaged me privately,
Gotcha.
and then laid out his theory. And this guy, Stefan, has been studying this melted realm for at least 25 years.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So when he came up with this theory, and I was looking at it, and I'm thinking, well, if this how it happened, it could, well, but it has to be verified. I told him that, you know, we got to find the proofs to prove it before I can, you know, really bring it on the show. But it is an interesting avenue that I'm going to be pursuing with Stefan and with Mike. We're going to have a good look at it, me and Mike, and
Nice.
see if we can find the validity, and not only the validity, but we need to find the photographic proof of what this guy's saying, because it's incredible what he's saying. So that's for the future. Once we've worked out what needs to be worked out, and we can provide the proofs and the evidence, because we're not assuming anything. You know, you start assuming things, then you leave yourself open to being abused and pelted by the naysayers. So you know, I personally, I don't like to give any degree of doubt in what I'm presenting or what I'm saying. So with this new piece of evidence, we have to be able to prove it. And it does fit into Meltology, but we have to prove it.
Got to find where it fits, huh? A good piece of the puzzle, just where it goes.
Yeah, it does fit, but we have to find the proofs. And it's only today that I spoke to him, so I haven't had any time to research and look at it in detail and in depth, and find the corresponding photographic evidence to prove what he's saying. But
nice, okay.
You know, in the scientific realm of what he's saying, it is very, very feasible. So we will shelve that for now. Once I've looked into it and Mike's looked into it, we will speak with Stefan and see if we can get him on the show, because there's no one like the originator to explain it to the Eagle Eye crew.
Absolutely.
So that's something to look forward to. Definitely something to look forward to. Where is the... Can we see the Facebook user? Can we see the evidence? Behave yourself. You know, we've got to do memes first. Stone and fall asleep to the stream is a good thing. Volumes perfect. Much love. EEC. Well, don't fall asleep yet, Mr. Nathan Jackson. We're going to go into the memes in a minute. A big shout out to Nicole. How you doing? Also, a big thanks out to everyone who's managed to throw a few bucks my way. Really appreciate it. I'm on my own now, so I've got to pay big dollars for the stream. I've had to upgrade, and every dollar helps me keep going. I want to start doing different stuff on the stream as well. So if you can donate, whatever you can donate, every penny's counts. The donate button, I don't think it's in the description box. It's on my Spartan Red homepage, PayPal button. So go along there and donate whatever you can. Every penny's counts. Thank you very much. Fally says, I will fucking destroy you and every demonic spirit I have done. I'm not afraid. Okay, sweetie, just calm down a bit. Get on your spliff. We're going to do some memes.
Hey, break.
We are going to do some memes. We're into 27 now, so I mean, normally I'll be gone through by now, but we'll do the memes. Let's just highlight the boxes up. Just sat there for a while. Yeah, so James, I'm really sorry about yesterday. I had this glitch.
No, like I said, there's no need to even explain it. The show was great. I got to watch it. I had my daughter with me, so I wasn't smoking or anything. I had I like to do is watch and play with her at the same time and keep her busy. So it worked out great.
Kept her busy. And you managed to watch the show. It's great. That's fantastic.
Yeah, I got 3 cell phones over here, so I give her one, and they don't work, but they work on Wi-Fi. So I turn it on Wi-Fi. She plays with that, but then she always wants to grab mine, and I got the TV going with the show on, and try and keep her entertained with her cartoons. So it worked out. I had her right now. She's asleep right now, so that's why I'm not stoned.
Brilliant. See, you got to take it a little bit easy.
Yeah, I can't smoke when she's over. I got to keep the house aired out and smelling like baby. As soon as she leaves, the covers come off.
Yeah, but it's good. Kids are good. They're great.
Yeah.
Keep you young.
Yeah, I never smoked around my other kids, except for my daughter. She smokes. So the other ones, my son's never seen me smoke. He's 23.
Yeah.
My other daughter's 36 or something like that. She's never seen me smoke.
I'm having trouble sharing this bloody screen for some reason. There we go. It's me being old. I can't see the bloody buttons, you see. I need to put.
Why do you think I'm always up like this trying to read the comments?
Right in front of the screen. I know, it's crazy, isn't it? It's absolutely crazy. But here we go. Let's do some memes on the Spartan Red Chill Out Zone. Here we go. Freshly picked today. I went hunting just to find them for you. Some people will only like you if you fit inside their box. Don't be afraid to shove that box up their arse. Exactly. You don't stereotype me, man. And nobody can stereotype because nobody knows the real me but me.
Exactly.
Hey, stop scrolling. 1 second, please wait. I just wanted to let you know that the government is your enemy. You little cat telling you the truth. Telling you the truth. Sorry, look at the state of play today. Your insurance doesn't cover general anesthetic. You should you could sniff some of this old-fashioned stuff, or I could hit you on the head with the paddle. Can I have both? No, you have to choose. It's an either or situation. These memes getting very clever, very clever. You all know that film, don't you? You all know that film. My best friend's helping me through the day. Memes, me, and drugs.
Good luck.
Exactly, and I don't care what order. As long as I look like that one in the middle at the end of the day. The whole aim of practical politics is to keep the populace alarmed and hence clamorous to be led to safety by menacing it with an endless series of hobgoblins, all of them imaginary. H.L. Mencken said many years ago, and still true today. Oh, painting with Bob. Happy little trees. You know, Bob was stoned every time he went on there, man. He had to be. He had to be.
Right.
You know, and who told him to have his hair done in an afro? It just, no. I love him. He paints well, but the afro I would have said, no, you got to go. That's got to go, mate. It's not. No, it's no. It's not right. But
that was style in the 70s.
Well, yeah, I mean, of course, you know,
even the Brady Bunch kid, that guy had an afro one time.
he was having the Starsky and Hutch look, wasn't he? He was having a bit of Starsky. That's what he was doing. But you know, it suits Starsky, don't suit him. He's an old man. He's an old man. Shouldn't be having perms when you're an old man. The idea that some lives matter less is the root of all that is wrong with the world. I mean, how can you just fucking go there and see this poor little fucker in the corner?
Yeah, 50 years in the same room.
Yeah, no environmental enrichment at all. Just bare concrete walls and wire mesh, and people leering it. This bear must have gone mad. Mad. I feel so sorry. Just looking at the picture just makes me feel sorry for him. I don't care about these fuckers up there. They can fuck off. But the other thing I noticed, if you notice, James, look. What's up there?
Yeah. Not the red brick.
No, the red blocks. The red blocks have gone blocky. Listen, we are always vigilant. Nothing can get by these eyes. That is blocks. The zoo is fucking melted. Blood. Oh, my days. Here we have the conundrum. Look how they've depicted it. It's melted, but never mind. But it says here, most people being blocked from getting out by the media. You get past the media, there's the power behind the media, which is always the case. And then the final gatekeepers are the truth seekers. Get past them, you can get out into real life. Yeah, that's how it is. I prevented a murder today. Really, how? Self-control. You don't know how many people are on the fucking blowing point, mate. You know, they go out their house every day, and it's self-control that stops them murdering people, because these idiots are just everywhere. When there's a knock at the door, after you've been posting anti-government memes all day. You need more catnip and a bigger cat tray. Funny ones today. Is this yet another Simpsons prediction to come true in the near future?
We got one that can see.
We got one that can see. Can you imagine him pulling the heads off and it's aliens? Oh my days. It'll be Meltdown City again. When you're reborn and start seeing the people that owed you money from your previous life. Look at the way that baby's cutting his eyes. Look. That's a money issue. Definitely a money issue. Jump out in the comments, man. We see them put your armor on. Animals could. That was funny. Animals could talk to us before. Yes, they could. Red Bricks Isabella Live 2.0. Nice. Blessings, it's James, best name ever, and the Eagle Eye Crew. Yes, James.
What's up, James?
In the house.
Best name in the world.
Listen, they got me outnumbered now. It's no good.
Eagle Eye Crew.
Change my names to James as well.
All the James out there.
Smoke me if
Blessings
you got 'em.
to all.
Smoke them if you got them. Oh yeah. Listen, it's not like I spend loads and loads of time hunting these memes, but there's certain people that are on Facebook that post memes all the time. So I just go to them, mate. Just go to them. Saves me the job of searching. And they've always got banging memes. So it's an easy job. Easy job. And then obviously I didn't have time to be very creative today, James. I don't know if you noticed there weren't many posts in the group today because I just didn't have that creative urge today. So I didn't make any memes or anything. I didn't do any post anything today. But
I've seen a few new members come through though. I opened the doors to a few of them that answered the question correctly.
Once
there's a couple of them that still don't get it, so I'll let you deal with them.
Listen, normally this is the protocol. If they answer the question incorrectly or give some silly answer, I will send them a message saying, "Please watch the documentary and come back." And that's
I didn't see anywhere where I could send them a message. So I was like, okay, well,
yeah, it's on there. When you see they're asking to get in and they haven't answered the question, it's all in the same box on the right hand side. Say just above the approve or decline. There's the 3 little dots. Press those, and it should come up with the box to message them.
Okay, all right.
So then you just press the message box, and it takes you onto a messenger page. You just write the message, add the link for the documentary, and send it off to them. I'm not going to be telling people they're retards. I'm not going to be telling people fuck off. I'm telling people you can't come in just yet. Go and watch the documentary, then come back, and you'll be admitted because you'll be able to answer the question. The question is very simple. Yep. What are mountains?
I mean, it's pretty simple. If you're trying to get into a group that's called
exactly.
Red Brick
You only
University.
got to look at the name of the fucking group. That should give you a fucking clue. That was Red Brick University. So I'm asking about mountains, and what do you think? I mean, it's not a far stretch if you just look at the name. You know?
Right.
Brenda, how you doing? She says, great memes, thank you. Owner's Beard is a counselor's documentary. Yeah, go and watch the documentary. Links in the description box when the builder's described. Got to thank Jerry for putting it together. Owner's Beard says, dumb, tired wank fucks will not see it. Will not see. No, they ain't got the time, but they can spend 3 or 4 weeks watching fucking Love Island.
And all day asking dumb questions.
It's priorities, isn't it? It's priorities, whether you want to fucking learn about what your reality really is or whether you want to watch fucking Love Island. Make believe shit. You have to allocate your time wisely whilst you're here. Most people throw their time away on shit.
Yep.
Right, let's get back into do the rest of these memes. This is brilliant. When someone says, "Oh my God, girl, you look like your dad."
Your daddy's ugly.
Listen, Daddy Treasure, you look like Daddy Treasure. No, girl, you ain't getting the next bit. Just look at that face. No, man, no. Anybody else? Daddy Treasure is too hardcore. Too hard. You look too much like your dad. Too much. I'll bite my head off. When you know the difference between there, and there. Because you go on Facebook, you got these fuckers, these fucking grammar Nazis. I mean, I know the difference. But you got these grammar Nazis, every sentence you're putting there. Oh, no, you should have put an E before the I and all this shit. And I'm like, oh, please. Come on.
Hey, you understood what it said, right? Shit.
Yeah, you need a degree.
The message got through.
Yeah, you need a degree for there, and there.
hey, nowadays, everything nowadays, the abbreviation for everything.
Yeah,
so
of course, it's all broken down.
It's not even the whole word. I mean, they abbreviate a word only got two digits or two
exactly.
letters.
Madness.
Sometimes abbreviated word is longer than the word itself.
In itself, yeah. I mean, just leave the language alone, please. Don't be afraid of losing people. Be afraid of losing yourself by trying to please people. Exactly. You've got to be yourself at all times. Be true to yourself at all times. Your conscience should be your moral compass in whatever you're doing. If you can live with yourself after whatever it is you're doing, all good. When your advertising interrupts my video, it just makes me hate your product.
Absolutely. Never buy it.
These ad people just don't think
not interested in it.
Through. Don't think it through. They think, oh yeah, they'll put up with the video stopping and me trying to sell you fucking spanners and then go back to watching a bit. No, we're going to remember the firm and we'll never buy spanners from you again because you fucked up our video. Me, every time I'm out in public, I do. I stand there and look. I stop in the middle of the street and I just watch people, especially if they got masks on. I look at them and I think, what are you doing? Do you know? Even if you're following your TV, you know you don't have to wear masks now. Why you still got them on? Still to this day, James, people are walking around with masks on.
I see it every day. And I spend a lot of time in my vehicle going from job to job, and I see a lot of people driving by themselves with the mask on. It's insane. It is insane.
For the life of me, think
they got these people frightened to death. That's how bad it is. That's how crazy it is.
But it's all by design, because when you're frightened, they're frightened like that. They are more malleable to go along with what this sick system is suggesting.
Yeah.
I know.
You see one person that's all bandaged up with mask, and then you see a little kid on the side just walking around and playing. It's like, dude, this kid got more sense than you.
I see the picture of that Canadian prick Trudeau with his wife. They're masked up and their kids are in no masks, and the pair of them have got masks. And I'm like, what are you doing? And they're at home. They're at home. And I'm like, what, really? Are you really trying to hard sell it that much? This is what we do at home. We mask up and our kids don't. That's what you must do. Fuck you know. If people buy that, they really, they should just go and fucking throw themselves off the nearest bridge.
There we go. I'll just start covering up.
Get off. I'm going to throw you off the stream if you do that again. Trying to scare me.
You can use anything. Anything works. I was at a customer's house. I was at a customer's house yesterday. You know, I go to everybody's house and do plumbing. First thing, he'll put the mask on. So I tell him, I say, man, this mask ain't working. It smells good in here. Someone's cooking. He's like, yeah, I notice that all the time.
Hello, Natalie, how you doing?
What's up, Natalie? How you doing? You've been putting out some nice evidence, Natalie.
Great. Yeah, she's got eagle eyes, mate.
Yeah.
Designed before our great ancestors. They're scared. We must not hate them, though. It's hard. It is hard, but and you know, yeah, I do mock them, but in a way, that mockery is tinged with regret, because I know the programming is strong in them. That's why it is. It's the programming, and they keep reinforcing it because they keep watching the television.
And their behavior actually messes it up for everybody else.
Oh, of course.
It just perpetuates
the powers that be. Look at it.
bullshit.
The powers that be, James. They look at it like this. Oh, look, we've got 62.3% of the demographic took the fucking vaccine. That's enough. With that, they can force the rest to do it.
Yeah,
that's how they think. They'll force the rest to do it. But see you, Mr. Elite, you better mind. You better mind, because will be a catalyzing event that's going to wake up a lot of people. Don't know what it is, just feel it. Feel it. The way that they're pushing things now, it's like they're in a panic. You know, they have to give us more fear now, which is why we got this Taliban business going on. More fear. How you doing, human, after all? Face nappies for shy talkers, exactly. Odin's beard. They have signs up, science will win, Pfizer fucks. Pfizer, they need to be burnt to the ground. Yes. Pfizer recommends that you have epinephrine on hand so you know they care. Yeah, right. You know that they're going to start charging you 500% more soon. You know what I mean? They are not going to be giving it away. No. Needle, jab, cunt's going to die soon. No, listen, you heard it from, was it Bill Gates himself? It takes 2 years for the side effects. Side effects is death, isn't it? They're dropping like flies, mate. Oh, Uncle Joe's died.
Flies going through a raid factory.
Yeah, Uncle Joe's just died. Oh, so's Aunt Jemima and Auntie Beth. Oh, how long ago? Oh, 2 minutes ago. Dropping like flies. But it's all by design. If you're not smart, you're going to succumb to this bullshit.
Yep. Walking into the oven.
Of course, you know, it's like the sheep proverbially walking into the abattoir of their free will. You know, they're not.
Yep.
They think they're going on holiday.
begging for it.
Go through those doors. Go through those doors. Your baggage will be waiting for you, and a nice, tall glass of sangria. Just through those doors over there. That's it. The one over. That's it. Those doors. Those double doors. Yeah. Walk through the double doors. Stun gun. Slit in the throat. Hung up. Bled out. Your fucking lamb chops in 20 minutes.
Serving up on the plate, huh?
Yeah, mate. A little bit of meat sauce, you're done. So you know what? You follow the one in front as much as you lot like. Because I certainly will not ever be following anybody anywhere. Especially if I haven't checked out where we're going, you know, I'm not following blind, right? That's what happens to these so-called Jewish people. It is up for debate whether it really happened, but going by their historical narrative, this is you know, being loaded into boxcars at gunpoint. Is now the slow kill policy, which is chemtrails, GMO, and
poison foods. Yeah, and GMOs.
Slow kill. It's cheaper. They don't even rate us to even give us a proper killing. They just want to do it on the cheap.
Then they want to charge you extra to get some food that's organic. Oh. It's like, man, you didn't even have to add the extra chemical shit. This is just plain and natural. What the hell? The other shit should cost more. You gotta add all kind of shit to it.
This is how you know they got society by the balls, because they charge extreme amounts for organic food now. Extreme amounts. I mean, I am organic, so I'm telling you.
It's basically just growing by nature. Just throw some seeds out there, grow. You don't have to don't put no pesticides. Just let it grow.
Now, when you go and buy fast food, junk food is cheap as shit, cheap as chips. So the stuff that really should be cheap so that everybody can eat it, the organic food, is now being priced out of your pocket. This is how wicked this system is, mate. They're determined to do away with us, believe you me.
Yes.
Full-heartedly, mate. They don't. They want a controlled society where they're the be all and end all, the law, and whatever remnants of humanity left is are the ones who clean their toilets and wipe their asses and slaves. Even though we're slaves now, but what's coming is that you won't be born unless it's to fit a role, to a working role. So if the gardener dies, you will be the protege of the gardener. Otherwise, you will not be here. They disguise it in all kinds of forms of what they're doing. The closest thing I would say, is communism. Communism is coming. But all the isms are all the same thing, but just from different viewpoints. Socialism, fascism, communism, it's all the same thing, just from different viewpoints. Jules says, for real, they want us dead. Of course they do, man. Why can't we be free? Why can't we be free to decide what we can do with even our own bodies? You're joking, man. Are they joking with that? You didn't bring me, yet you can tell me what I can do with my own body. You've got to mad. No way. The gin behind us all. Okay, it's already, don't eat palm oil. It's not digestible yet. That's another, Show me an ism. I'll show you an agenda. Exactly, Dean. Exactly, my man. Can't wait to get you on the show, Dean. All I want is to be free. Exactly, Jill. Same as me, mate. I just don't want no controls over me. I don't want no one telling me what to do. I don't want telling me what I can smoke. I don't want no one telling me what time I have to be in or what time I can be walking about outside. I don't want any of that because all that is bullshit.
Well, we got to get rid of government because that's the only thing that's stopping us from being free.
Yeah, of course. Here, look. Communism. Knowledge says communism is already here in the US. It's in the name of Joe Childen. Yeah, the sniffer. He loves a commie. He loves to sniff a commie, kid.
Snippy.
This is the reason why the sword is in the stone because it's melting on it. Yeah, you know what? They're even telling the story. You ain't pulling that fucker out. No way. You got to be a giant, blood. You got to have some big 24-foot hands, mate, to pull that out.
Exactly.
I am in Kalamazoo.
Kalamazoo, look it up.
She's Valley's good, mate. Much love, darling. I love you millions. Zupa, better by design. Zuropa, appreciate a white, be a winner, eat to get thinner. That's Isabella. The zoo says red bricks. Oh, mate. Should we? I think I'll show a little bit of evidence. What do you think, James?
Let's do it.
Do you think they deserve a bit of evidence?
Yeah. What they came for.
A little bit of evidence, yeah, guys. A little bit of evidence.
I know that's what I like. I mean, I like the chill zone too.
You want to see what I got, don't you? You want to see. You want the
right
cards
now. I can't chill too much, so I'm just chill.
Oh, listen. You know what? That is exactly how you're supposed to be in the chill out zone.
Yeah.
You've got a little bit of libation. You've got a little bit of smoky. We've had our memes. We've got a nice little background track for a little while. Let's hit the evidence. Okay. I'll jump in first, then you can jump in after, James.
Sounds good.
What I'll do, James, is I'm going to I'll do a few pictures, then I'm going to jump out in the chat, and because I like to read the chat because to be in the, you have to be typing and stuff and knowing what's going on in front of you. So I appreciate them all putting the comments in. It's brilliant. I love them. Eagle Eye Crew, just the best crew. The best crew. Kept me alive, mate, for a few days. I'm telling you. Right. Hang on. Let me just bang these comments out, Jay. Dean says, "Light it, James. Light it."
I can't light it right now. I got my baby with me.
Yeah, I can't.
Oh, she's waking up.
Yeah. I shouldn't have shouted so loud. Controlism. What up, King James? King James verse, Meltology and Spartan Dread. Yes. How you doing, Marky Mark?
What is up with you?
Seriously, look it up. Right. Is she up? Anyway, listen. I need to share the screen. Spartan Eye Crew. After all, oh bless you, you're so good to me. You know, I just put the evidence up. You know, I don't even have to really talk because the evidence is compelling. And you know, Eagle Eye Crew know all the principles of Meltology. So it's not like I've got to sell anything. You know, we are just chilling here looking at evidence because we can, and it's a good place to be. It's a good place to hang out with all my fam. With all my fam. I love it. Let's go. Here we go. Again, this is two buildings. One on the left, one on the right. Heat expanded towards each other. Look what they did to the steps.
No job.
Yeah, complete. It's all rock curtained over, but we still have the steps. Uh-oh. Melting flooded over. Look how far the melt went, all the way back here. This is incredible here.
It is.
This smaller circular one is filled into the brim. Right to the top. It's filled in.
Almost is that stairs? Oh yeah, that's the stairs coming from that doorway going down to the other one, to the smaller one, huh?
Oh yeah, that's stairs. But it's all melted. Oh, hang on, we've got someone coming. Oh, it's Mike. Good day.
Hey, how you doing, Mike?
Hey, how you doing there?
We're all good.
All right.
I'm glad you could jump in.
Hold on.
I'm glad you could jump in, my man.
I got to turn up the sound on YouTube right now.
Oh yeah, do that. Otherwise you get an echo.
Okay, right. So now I'm good. I'm back on. I'm on StreamYard now, so I can see everybody.
Great.
And I could see Melted Madness. I see you before with Jerry. I was hanging with Jerry outside on the mountain, right?
Yeah.
That's James. James, that's Mike.
I'm out. I'm all the way up here. I'm upstate New York now.
Nice.
2 years ago, I was in South Florida for like, 10 years, 11 years. So now I'm up in Saratoga Springs, almost like at the Adirondacks, really. Montreal is like 3 hours south. I got Massachusetts within an hour, Vermont's within an hour, Lake George is like 8 miles up the road or something, you know. So go ahead, you guys are doing the Meltology.
You boys are miles apart, aren't you? Miles apart. Just let me read these quickly. IDMAD says, what you're all saying created the original buildings, surely not human beings. Well, the original buildings were huge, so big people. Created for big people. Yay, more the merrier. That's Brenda. So glad you could join us, Mike. I was just elaborating a little bit. Well, not elaborating, just giving them a little, a little brief outline of what I sent to you earlier. Don't say too much about it, but we've got to look into it a little bit more seriously. Once we do, then we will come back with our conclusions and what we think about what this guy's saying. Stefan, if you're watching, we will come back and give you our thoughts on your theory. But it's, we will see.
I agree.
We will see. We can't jump in with both feet until we've had a very, very good detailed look at what you're saying.
I had no plan of mentioning it at all.
Psalm 1148 says, which turn the rock into standing water, the flint into a fountain of water. You can have many meanings of the scriptures. You have to remember they were written well after the actual events that they're trying to describe. They've changed hands many times. They've been translated into many different ways. I can't put any stock into the book now that it's in its form now, especially after 323, after the Nicaea Convention, where they basically rewrit the Bible into their own image. So, and that's another point. When it comes to scriptures, I don't really trust them, because they're telling you they're 2,000, 3,000 years old. We know the X factor is less than 1,000 years old, and it doesn't fit the timeline.
A couple of the Nicene Council went over it twice, I think, and
320 or something. 300.
325, and another time. Yeah, when you start looking at all that, you're right.
I learned that
I had to let it go.
Yeah, you got to let it go.
It's not a historical book. It's an allegorical book. It's a psychological, mystical book for all people. It's just deeply mystical stories that have nothing to do. People started believing them and taking them literally. They're not to be taken literally. They're not historical. Even the Jesus character, there's where the Jesus in, if you get into the other higher teachings,
right,
they're all parables,
And the other thing that people don't realize is the you only got a third of the book. If you read the Bible, you've got to read it in conjunction with the Quran.
I've read the whole Quran. I've read it.
You've got to read it in conjunction with the Surah and the Quran, all three together.
Oh yeah, I read them all. I read a lot of the books. I've even read a lot of those. Like what do you call them? Course in Miracles. That stuff's way out there. And then Mark Passio said it's solipsism. But I'm listening to Amor Russell. He's been to some pretty. His last video, I think it was this morning, man. It's pretty deep, man. It's and he's getting into. He'll give you a whole view of what we're talking about. Anything to do with Bible. The only thing that's accurate is there's some things about the stars. I think Enoch's, the books, all the good stuff got taken out anyway, right?
Oh yeah, Book of Enoch.
But there's some good stuff and there's some good things, but there's so much BS in it that I could condense it down to a little friggin' magazine that I would want to read. I like Ecclesiastes and stuff, and what do you call it?
The book now is more distraction and divisive than anything else. I think, and.
That's what understanding.
In the spiritual side of the book has been forced out through, as I say, translation and being written by people after the effects. But if that's what you cling to, that's all good as far as I'm concerned. But it doesn't really bear any facts and credence on real history. It doesn't.
No, I never thought of it like that. All my research has been taking me.
I ain't got time for that. Exactly. Ain't got time. Who's got time to be filling their heads with rubbish when we want to try and find real truths, real proofs, real evidence? We're not going by belief systems. We want real proof.
We got to get out on the ground with some picks and get arrested for trapping.
You haven't got fucking license. You haven't got permit. You haven't got permit to be digging there, mate. Well, I'm free. I can dig where I fucking want.
State parks is where all the action is. If you don't get lost and never come out, half the people that go in there, they probably get sucked up by Bigfoot and all the other cryptids that are in there. We have 6.3 million square miles of forest in the Adirondacks. Every single national park could fit inside it easily. Where I am right now, there's so much wilderness over here. You could just go all the way to Canada. If you look on the map, how much of it takes up of all the New York State. The whole thing is the Adirondack Park.
Yeah.
And I can go right up the middle of it. There's a road, and then It's all cool towns with really small people, and it's all, you know what it is.
Yeah.
But this whole thing the whole thing is on a giant mile-high like mound. It's weird. So could you imagine? Maybe the annex was a giant, who knows what, but it hasn't been touched in over 200 and something years for logging. Most they ever did was took the logs out. You know, they did a lot of logging here, hundreds of years ago. But we got all the same stuff.
Wow. Hang on.
So did you see John Levy's video today, man? That set me off like out to the moon.
No,
I got I couldn't even watch it, man. I
don't watch it anymore. Just for that reason. Because
I like it. It's right, but I could tell that something's, you know, because even that guy Bob says he's been coming out. Man, what he's been saying has really got me on another reality breakdown. But you know that guy Bob, Red Brick Bob, Steve Joseph and stuff.
Yeah, I know.
Who doesn't have a beef with Jerry? Everyone's, even me. He's like, I was just trying to explain myself, but I couldn't, you know? No, I've been friends with Jerry for like 11 years, man. I've been a Subphotonic, even his other shows. And he's from Florida. When he went to Colorado, we still talk. I talked to him on the phone a lot before all of this. You know, we were still doing the beginning of Flat Earth and the Giants and Titans and stuff, you know? But when he started going with the mud fox, I knew there was something coming up next big, because they were just overlaying a lot of bull over these mountain pictures to make them look even more like, you know, like giant. And then half the stuff's going to look like something eventually. And then who knows, someone could have just designed it that way after the event and just made it look like the Indians could have just said, hey, you know, could have just looked like something. But it's amazing. The whole place is just, when you get up high and you just look at everything on any high area, and especially all the pictures that we've been looking at, you could just see it. You could go on any of the maps and see the topography, especially under the lakes too. You could still see the walls. They fill them up. All these big building walls. They just make reservoirs of water out of them. That's why the reservoirs are 300. Why are these reservoirs 300 feet deep?
Yeah,
I don't know. Nobody knows.
Oh, listen, it's all
100 feet, right?
It's all a case of quick, let's disguise this before they realise, and then they're on to the next one that they've got to disguise. It's all done to hide the fact they're petrified of people realising.
They're starting to realize. You know what's happening? Hollywood's bananas. So like, Hollywood's going to start predictive programming everybody away. If you could see John, if you could watch John Levy's video, you could see what he. I'm not going to say anything. I watched almost all of it, but I listened to it. I was on the other thing, but it was just. I called up Bob right away because he told me something yesterday, and I was like, you know what? Remember that video we did with some old picture of him? It was just it was just whatever. It all started clicking together, but
I'm not a fan of John Levy, Mike.
He's starting to push the mud thing, you know, the mud flood thing.
He keeps doing it, and
he said it gets petrified, and then everything.
I can't believe he.
If you watch this one, this is
right.
This is the one that's going to really piss off all the red brickers. Let me tell you what you're gonna. Not for me. Don't say I said anything. Okay.
Listen,
just leave it at that.
I don't watch him. I unsubbed him and all this business, all that.
You'll see it. You'll get to watch it. It came out this morning.
I'll hear
Sunday. I've never missed one of his videos in 4 years. You know. He puts you to sleep though. I got to watch him on 1.5 sometimes just to stay awake. with that lulling voice, it just like it's like NLP. He does good stuff, but lately he's just Jerry. They just call us a bunch of not us, but they think he's dope. What do they call them? Stoners. I liked Mark Smithson. I followed up Mark Smithson for years. With Wise Up, you know, back when I started following Roger Spartan, before Mud Fossil University, no one knew about Mud, and he was showing me, and then the other guy in Colorado with that, he really pushed the thing with all his biblical body parts and hearts, and he's dissolving stuff in acids and peroxides, and I look at this thing, you know.
Oh, listen, it's them lot are in a crazy place, mate, and
they went too far with it. I mean,
as soon as they can tell me how mud can melt bricks, then I will listen to them. Until that time, I don't even see them. I don't hear them. I ain't got nothing to say. I'm not going to be one of these guys that jump all in their comments and call them idiots and all of this. No, I'll leave that. Time will solve that little mystery, right? Time will solve that mystery. All them subs that they've got are going to soon find out that actually
that was a great
we're telling the truth. Meltology is what happened here. Nothing to do with mud and sedimentary layers and all this crap.
I like that skyscraper that was coming out of that rock mountain that you posted yesterday or the day before. It was like a square building, and you were like, explain this, explain how I got whatever.
Exactly. You got a fucking high-rise building inside a fucking mountain. High-rise.
Right?
High-rise building.
Go on Gab. If you go on Gab, it's like the best free speech platform. I probably got about 600, 700 followers on there. I got about 800 on YouTube. But they even ban me, but not, I could do, the only place really left is Gab, and I share all of this stuff, though. I shared all of those melted bricks with the bricks all twisted out of the wall. Going out of their mind. So, like, and I was like,
they can't explain it. They can't explain it. They can't explain it. That's why. They can't explain it. I've had it in the group. People talking absolute rubbish about they designed it like that. They never designed
all
it.
The people like
crazy. And then you've got the outside, you've got the wall next to it, perfect. Still the same row upon row red bricks, yet the fascia of the building, the bricks are all over the place.
Oh, yeah. For a whole year, I've been sharing all of the brick buildings, all of your videos, all the parts, all those 13s. Man, you've shot out with like 15 videos. So I didn't even watch. I missed like 8 of them, but I watched basically all of your videos. Just those ones that, I mean, I was busy today. I had to clean the whole house, so to not get a fine yesterday. This place outside is immaculate. I mean, I had to get rid of all the stuff, throw out. Did a lot of work. Had people here working, so.
George is on the super lemon. Nice one, mate.
On the lemonade.
I've just got amnesia at the moment. It's called. I have to be careful because it's really strong. I really start. If I get charged, I'll start really spitting, and I don't want to today. I just want to do evidence, hang out with you guys.
This stuff is gelato.
Yeah, you mind your stuff.
This is insane. I swear, I couldn't even drive. I swear to God, it's like almost 30%.
Yeah.
It's totally insane.
Nicole said, I would love to see Martin Lidke here. That would rock. He wouldn't come here because
Martin's always burning.
We would batter him because he's on mud floods. Sorry.
Right. I mean, you got to sit down and just have a. I mean,
if he wanted to sit there, if he reached out, Mike. If Martin reached out to me and said, "Listen, Spartan, I'd like to come on and chat," and I'd say to him, "Well, you got to come on and chat, but I'm going to show you evidence. And when I'm showing you the evidence, I want you to tell me how this happened."
Mm-hmm.
So if he's willing to do that, then he's more than welcome. But he won't come on. None of them will. None of these mud flooders will. Because the first question I'm going to ask him is, explain to me how mud melts bricks, and then I'm going to show him a picture.
People are trying to make counter arguments that the heat didn't come from the bottom, either, and it's just mud and liquefaction and all this. That's why everything's, and then all these buildings are just natural. All these columns underneath the golf courses. That's just don't look at that. But that's the mud flood. That mud flood still that up. Where'd the mud come from?
They just don't want to admit it that they're wrong. It's after time, with people, the way people are in general, not just in this topic, but in general. Most people only listen to answer back, not to take in the actual knowledge you're trying to impart on them. They only listen to answer back. So when they answer back, they haven't even processed what you're saying. They're just answering back.
I used to do that in AA meetings all the time.
Oh yeah. These comments. Knowledge says they're all thinking like insects. Of course. It's not that it's kids. They get treated like kids by government, so they think they have to think like kids. Electric Earth, it was an electrical machine. Fervent says I dropped them all. Oh, let me put you back on.
Definitely about the evidence.
I dropped them all. It's all about the evidence, meltology, baby. Exactly.
Meltology,
You
EEC.
can't go wrong. You go by the evidence. That's all I'd ever do. Go by the evidence. Go by what I see. Go by what I'm seeing, then trying to describe what I see. Because what I'm seeing has never been described before. This is why it's been a little while since, you know, the discovery was made by Jerry that we could find the terminology to describe what we're seeing, because geology doesn't describe it accurately. James, there you are. Yeah, he's back. Well, yeah, I think it's probably the baby. It must have been the baby. Otherwise, it's chicken wings again.
No, I took her home.
Oh, bless you. It's like, yeah, Daddy's got to cool down.
It's time for me to work. I like smoke when I work.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, yeah, I always did. When I was a teenager, 20s, 30s, 40s. If the job was real boring, you know, it was like some shit job you had to. Otherwise, I was thinking too much.
Well, I'm a late bloomer. I didn't start till I was 39, so I got a lot of catching up to do.
I was the last one in school to do it, and I was like 15. Everyone was doing it like in 8th grade and shit. I was like, you guys are nuts, drinking every night. I was like vandalizing, making bombs, slingshots, rockets, you know, just doing crazy shit like that.
Yeah, just doing what we're supposed to be doing at that age.
Yeah, they were doing shrooms back when I was in school, but that was in 9th grade. That was before high school. I'm from Washington State, so they just grew all over the field.
I know.
Picking them and eating them. I'm like, I don't do that shit. I don't do none of that stuff.
Oh yeah. Listen, how many afternoons
I still haven't done none of that
from
stuff.
School, mate?
Cannabis is the top that I've done. I don't mess around with the other stuff. One day I do the DMT though. One day I do that.
Yeah, I've done it. I want to get more. I got acid here. I got about 10 hits of really kill. It's like 12 to 16 hours. And I've had it for 3 years. It's still good. On December 6th, I dropped 3 blotters, man. It was 1/4-inch pieces of like cardboard paper. Yeah, I got a slab there's about 10 in there. I'm gonna do 4 at once this time instead of 3. Because that one, this is gonna take it to the edge. It's gonna be just like, because when I did the hit of the DMT, I laid back in the bed. The whole ceiling just went like, I remember that I had the good acid in the 70s. The ceiling just turned to liquid, and then I just went, poof, everything went black, lights. And then oh my God, I really felt guilty. I started thinking about all the fucked up things I did, and you could go through a lot of stuff. I had a 1/4 gram, and that shit. My son bought 1/8 of it, and he bought MDMA, and then when he got the acid, he got it from Bitcoin in Canada at a lab. He said, and they delivered it to his house in Brooklyn. On Staten Island, yeah. Then he did videos with him smoking DMT for the first time with a torch and this big glass thing. I was like, fuck it. I was like envious because I never even did it, so I couldn't even watch the thing because I just I'm on probation. I'm losing my mind. Wrong when I had plans, you know?
Yeah, I stepped out for a quick minute.
Everybody was pissed. Even Jerry was pissed. Everybody was pissed that they freaking, you know. And I was just showing him online. Yeah, I had left Florida.
Dirty bastards.
Right, listen, we're going to jump into some evidence, I think. Now Mike's here. Again, look.
Be back in a second.
Tops of buildings is all you're going to see. I mean, look. It's all been flooded by what's behind melted building. These are block lines. You can see the flooded buildings now densify into ash, brick ash. I mean, you don't or you can't seriously consider anything else has happened here. Total devastation. And this is the top of a building. Clearly see heat, damage here, balloon rocks, and the side. Huge A-frames. This part here is sunken in. melted downwards, and then look at the steps. And in the melt. This is inside one of those towers. See, this is all brickwork that's all melted. Huge sinkhole in the center. Yeah. Huge sinkhole in the center, which is because it's brick ash.
Red brick, man. I'm telling
Very susceptible to cave-ins. And
that same pattern is everywhere, even in Mexico. When I watch Jeff Berwick's videos, you can see that same. And then actually the Mexicans, they try and imitate it, like say, "Oh, that's over there." So they try and lay cement, and then he got a piece. I swear, I see him slapping them on it
on their walls and everything, trying to do this pattern. And we still have it even in Europe. They try and do this distressed brick pattern on the outside and insides of their homes.
It's so damaged they have to paint it over here. Like you can see it like that. You can see the bricks under the paint. It's so thick, the paint in town. It's all like, colorful as town. And you can see underneath the buildings, it's the same everywhere. Go ahead. Look at that. Bricks.
Where's the rest of the building? That's what you got to think. Where's the fucking rest of it?
It could be God knows how long underneath, That's what I'm always thinking. And you could try and visual yourself there during that heat. You couldn't even witness it because probably the insanity of the event, Who knows?
Well, going by what
right.
our friend says,
Well, there's got to be to make a circuit. You usually got to have an arc, like towers and domes up from the up from the top to the bottom. So they work both ways. You can't just say it's one or the other. But you could know where the big stuff came from. It's obvious when the stuff just went like this, and just these things could have been so much higher, and then sea level was much lower.
What you're looking at, these towers and this dome, towers to the dome. This is the top of the building. All the rest of the building's melted.
Yeah, it looks like a one bedroom with the outside bathroom.
Yeah.
Detached bathroom. And
it's very obvious. I mean, the retards are going to think of all sorts of different ways not to realise, well, actually the building's melted and what you're walking on here, the brick ash, is actually the building. They're not going to... that would be a million miles from their thought process.
These could have been way up in the air. And there was probably airships flying around underneath this shit between the buildings.
They'll be walking around this. The retards will be walking around this dome looking for a door.
You're all the way up there. It's up on the like the top of the.
You got to tap it 3 times and say Shazam, and then the door will open.
Hey, you're coming in through the ceiling, Jack.
Yeah.
Look at that brick, man. The way it was laid on the angle like that, just to you got to have a form, or I'm seeing these machines. Like, if you watch those 3D printers that do the bridges, they spit out all that like liquid. It's like poly.
Yeah, polymer or something. Yeah.
And then they got that other new stuff they make, but. How about the machine that just lays bricks so perfectly, just like to be in big balloons? Who knows? I'm just speculating. Anyway, go ahead. Wow. Yes.
Tell me this isn't a melted building. It's a melted building, people.
Look at the window. Look at everything. You can see it, and you can
see
the
viscous holes around here. Look at the viscosity. The viscosity between these windows. Look, it's trying to separate. You only get that from heat. All this is melted building. The ground.
You can see the top of the arches on the bottoms.
Yeah.
Look at them arches.
Here.
That thing's just like ice cream. It just turns. Yeah. It's like a can, like made out of wax in the hot sun, or a frying pan in the hot sun. So you have that made in wax, and you just got the pan on hot, and the thing's just tipping sideways. Look at the thing's on. It tips sideways, but look, sea level. This way. The ground is sea level. Though. You can see how it just went. What amazes me is how some buildings sink levelly, perfectly, right in. Like they just because it's so. The electricity, the grid, man, is some kind of like, it forms the thing that you build. It forms the just like sound creates the same image of that thing, like in the cymatics. Well, just imagine what bricks do. You can see the patterns how they go block, and then they just start, they start foaming out like hot freaking marshmallows and stuff.
Yeah, exactly. And then what you need to be thinking of is this: if you think of the microcosm and the macrocosm. Think of a crystal, how it forms. This is and it sprouts out of the red brick. Same thing happens in the bigger version. It's all expanding. Heat
If you had a
expanding.
model of it and put it in a microwave, that's what it would look like in about a minute. Like if it was made out of something and you just cooked it and it just boiled like that. Heat came from the middle and all around it, you know. But the ground, if you look underneath, there had to be some kind of grid that just rocked everything. And then, you know.
I mean, can we say that this is totally messed up? It's totally messed up.
Totally.
They have to put scaffold in there now to hold it in because it's crumbling, because it's brick ashes. It's all turned to shit. I mean, look at this here. It's a building. It was a building. Look,
There's
steps.
still electrical. There's a lot of electrical stuff that goes on underground. That's what ionizes like that, tank it to or made it into petrified into like stone. The whole thing.
Listen, some of these old, some of these wrecked buildings are still receiving a charge from the ether. Still,
the bricks look like they were made 50 years ago. I swear on the buildings they're amazing. So you can't, and just the heat X factor alone proves that you can't carbon 14 date anything.
Of course not. With any accuracy. All carbon 14 gives you is maybe a long-term view. It doesn't give you any accuracy in the dates at all. Look at
they got to recalibrate. I mean, it's got to be good for something, but they've got all their everything. When you're spinning on a globe and you got all these dumb, and every science comes out of this heliocentrism, and they're all theories like, you know, they're just
you can't believe any of this.
They're off on archaeology. They're off on, you know, on.
And the thing is, once they're lying about one part of their science, they're lying about all parts of their science. This balloon rock's here, huge balloon rock, and the steps all melted. The wall is churned up inside. Remember, I say the internals of the walls always are churned up. Huge heat damage.
Churned and turned.
You think that's the original one?
Churning and yearning. Look at this. Another building. It's moving backwards. It's melting backwards this way.
Wow. Good to see how.
Wait, there's more.
Really?
There's more, yeah?
Wow. These things were glorious, man, when they weren't like this. They were just unbelievable.
They were majestic. You know, they were majestic. As simple as that. And to see them like this is a real travesty.
Now, get me a mud flutter to explain this one here.
Yeah,
that's what
exactly.
I'd like to know. You know, how did mud make that? You know,
there's more. Don't worry. We've got plenty of examples. Look at the steps. Why would you have steps going into a mountain, please? Please just stop that shit.
They're all over. They're even here in like Whiteface Mountain. If you go up there, so that's right in the Adirondacks. That's up here. I mean, you'll see the same. You see the bricks. You can see. You got. I'm telling you. I just got to get on the ground and start taking some stuff, and then
why would
really
you
open
have
it up here?
Look, wait. This is obviously a doorway that's been rock curtained over. Mountains don't have steps.
No,
they don't have stairs.
Especially made out of
melted
stone
red brick
material.
Yeah, made out of red brick.
Melted red brick.
Exactly.
That's
what it's made out of. It's made out of melted red brick, governor.
No one's doing that. Hey, I'm gonna hike up here and drop off this brick. I try and carve a step into the dirt, but that's it.
Look how this is melting downwards into the ground.
Oh man,
this one's melting backwards.
No, but you can't.
Stretching this piece away because it's going backwards, and this one's coming this way. These are everywhere, and people do not.
In Arizona, I've seen them like that. In the
paying attention.
Mountains, right there by the airport, and the Galapagos. No, what's the name of that? Papago. There's a Papago Mountains look just like them things. That's right. You see them every time you drive down the highway. Oh,
see, this is melted red bricks. It's brick lines, block lines, cooked.
The old Mars photos, I'd be looking at these things like back in 2013 in this Mars Alive group, and this is all you'd see, like in Canada or in Devon Island, whatever they're showing me. And I'd be you could tell that looks like these old windows that used to be there millions of years ago. So I knew it was something that was like that. After looking at these things for so long, you just know that you're being tricked.
Oh yeah,
Exactly.
It's from young. You go in your classroom, they define what a mountain is, and you never want to, or you never think about examining it more closely, what a mountain really is.
Mm-hmm. Thing looks like a morel mushroom. I call that the morel mushroom look. If you look if you see some of the buildings, yep,
brick lines everywhere. This is all damaged, all heat damaged. It's
you can almost see the terraces.
If you didn't have eagle eyes, you wouldn't think it was a building. You would not think this was a building. You would not think these are buildings. I'm afraid. You just would not. If we hadn't come along and told you, you would not. You'd still be saying, "Oh, what a lovely mountain! Let's go and climb it," and all this other tomfoolery that they like to do. I mean, look, this is brick lines here.
Oh yeah.
Sunken down into the melt. This is melting here. This is sinking into it. And look at the profusion of plant life. Carbon 14.
That component just fried and melted right into the board. That component.
Right into it.
Melted.
Right into it. Here we look excavating an old building, and
that looks like the bottom of the brownstone buildings in Brooklyn. Excuse me. I gotta say it, man. This is what my basement looked like, but it was all red powder. It would look like that. And then you could see the pieces of brick that would just go to dust. And people picked it out with picks. You can see they had to pick out the stairs to go through that stuff.
Right. Look, here on the where I'm circling, you can see the bricks in the melt, in the brick ash. That was all liquid brick flood here, and these bricks were floating in it, and then it densified. And just to prove it's bricks, if you look up here, you see the arch is made of bricks, and you still see brick mortar. All the rest of it has been heat damaged.
What kind of mortar just came out of those bricks at the top? It just started flowing. It's just gone in the middle, and it's still coming out at the top like toothpaste.
Yeah, being squeezed out by the heat and pressure. It's look at this.
Wow, that is so.
Man,
they're heat damaged because they're being squeezed, and they're getting very thin.
Yeah,
getting very, very thin. See the mortar snot on the outside, oozing down. It's incredible.
So they use the standard brick, But some of these buildings, excuse me, you would see these giants, like these 9-10 foot giants. If they held one of our bricks, it would be like holding a little thing. So if they were going to build with something, you'd think they would use, something bigger. So I'm thinking the machines could be doing this, or just they got a bunch of us little guys doing this, or it's just we don't know. We're never going to know. Somehow it's going to have to be revealed. I don't know. I think put all that stuff in their basement. I know evidence.
It's another one of those questions I was saying yesterday. The Pandora's box has been opened, so we need to be able to find proof to answer some of the questions. I mean, this issue with the bricks, how did they produce so many? I mean, you have to remember high-tech civilization. They obviously
people don't even have. You can't even imagine it.
Had a way of doing it, because otherwise the bricks wouldn't be here. So until we find more proofs and evidence, we can only it's all hot air. I mean, look at these buildings here. Wow. They're incredible.
It looks like ceramic baked right on, like a pot. Like you've got to get
these are definite components
colored
in the grid. Yeah. Definite components.
Back up for just a second again. Back out of that. I wanted to see that surrounding area. No, the same picture that we were on. Not. Yeah, I just wanted to
building.
Yeah, that's as far as it'll go back in.
Okay.
Is it condemned to people still living in that thing?
No. There's no one living in it. Wow. They worship them now, don't they? They they think they're holy places, but all they are components on the grid that have been damaged.
Yeah.
I mean, look at the mess on the front of this one here, the far right. See?
Yeah.
The
That looks
doorway is
almost like an
totally
Empire
missing.
State Building the way it's
The
built.
doorway is totally missing, people. Look, the other two have got the doorway. Look, he's got damage above his.
Look how big and
This-
thick they are. You know how tall?
Oh.
They don't make buildings that thick and with so many layers
Wait.
of bricks unless they were really, really tall.
Wait,
Because the
we're not
taller you
there
go, the
yet.
thicker you gotta go.
We're not there. Look.
Look at that. Look how many
Bricks.
layers of brick. It's just
Wow.
one. That's a machine. That's got to be like, you think people are just, I can't picture, like everybody was a mason, a brick mason. Everybody and their mother. As soon as you were born, you were like,
Everyone was
Now-
masons back in the day. They were all masons. There was no other trade.
You would do this job till you die. You would do nothing else but this job.
Oh, I mean, this is
This
incredibly
leg
damaged.
here is it.
Somebody
Wow.
thought this up. God thought this up in his dream, in his mind, the whole thing, and then he just fried it all out. And
Yeah.
we're just living it out. Like we're just
Yeah, he
dealing with this
subcontracted
dream
the jobs
in this
out. He said, I'm not
simulation.
doing it.
No
I'm
one
not
did
doing
it.
it.
Just
Not
somebody
doing
just throwing it out.
Look at this
People
damage.
use it. He had to have something here when he introduced everybody here, or him. We don't want to
Look,
mention
look
God
here.
here, our creator.
Look here, look here, chaps. Look here. Where my cursor is going around here. Look how the bricks have melted and started to rock curtain over. Look, they're melted and rock curtain over this completely. I mean, they look compared to the rest okay.
It's getting electrocuted. Where you can see
Yeah.
the patterns of this, like where all the heat, where all the like the licking stuff, those patterns, where you can see where it just completely changed the colors. The colors get. I would give you a lot of
All
information.
the
Right?
scorching here. Incredible.
There's
I
got to
mean,
be a
look here.
science to it where you could just learn.
Totally different on this side, Mike. Look, on the left-hand side to the scorching, and
Oh,
this
man,
side,
look at
it's just that's two different heat temperatures there. Definitely, two different frequencies going on here. But
Yeah, it's
the
not-
building is just, I mean, look at the other side.
Some of those bricks are so flat and wide.
Look at
Even the ones, the ones in India like that. That guy from India, he shows me all them bricks, and they look just like that. And what?
Yeah,
Those
all
things
mangled.
got completely compressed.
Right, look, you see, they're all melted down. This is not the true size of these things. By far. The grass is covering it up.
They were so thick that they could withstand that melt
Yeah.
about
Look,
probably
they
100
got
feet. Of melt. Without
the external walls of this place, because the walls were so thick, the external walls got bore the brunt of the damage. As you can see by the look of the front of this backside, they're all damaged. Look, this one's got an archway there. This one is filled in and gone. This one's filled in and gone.
Yeah.
It looks like that's how they build ziggurats. Remember the old ziggurats? They look almost like they almost turn to like mud bricks.
Yeah.
And they're so huge. I mean, how many layers? Just brick, like we don't need any rooms. We're just gonna just make it solid brick. There's got to be something on the inside. Well, that might have some kind of energy source that they got from somewhere not there anymore. Because all the good stuff went with the technology and whatever.
Oh, the technology grab, mate. They removed everything.
Everything's electricity and magnetism. And magnetism, we're finding out, is like billions of times stronger and drives than this hybrid form of electricity that we're using now.
It's a much more potent force than electric.
Ken Wheeler says that, and he says it in all these videos. He's been saying it. He comes out with the video that says the same thing about the ether. He's finding out new things.
Look at this tops of these buildings. Look, all heat damaged, all melted.
Look, you can see the lines on an angle.
And then you've got this big melt behind.
Yeah.
And behind that, more buildings melted, more tops of buildings. Again, another grid component showing heat damage.
Wow.
Gone blocky. Scorch marks. It's got the old pattern there. The light and the dark pattern. I don't know why it's not on that one, but it's on this one. The roofs are all heat damaged, so blocky. It's a nice example, actually.
They're masters at
Yeah.
master
Oh,
builders,
cool.
man.
Another top of the building, Everything else is melted around and melted out, gone blocky. There's a little tower behind here, look. Big blocks here in the rubble. It's been melted.
There's a science to building buildings so high without having the pressure. Like, you know how water has pressure on it? The brick, everything alleviates itself. So when you're up there, that stuff at the bottom doesn't have all that pressure on it. It's not what you think it is, because it's.
And then when you change the dynamics of that build by the heat damage, then it starts to be pressured. Then
you can get it free.
Starts to be formed.
Some of it free fell like the towers right into the slot, probably, you know, and just like those miles of desert that are all flat. I mean, it had to be hard as a rock in the beginning, and then when it cracked, and then after over hundreds of years, this stuff the sand had to be bigger. Or how you can see how it just. There's so many questions, so I'm gonna shut up.
Most sand is brick ash. It came after the densification of the flooded buildings. But here, look, this building here is. This is the pocket of survival here, and the wall, and this tower here. The rest of the building behind is melted from this taller one here at the back. Look at the bricks. This is all red bricks, vertical rows of red bricks. They've just turned into mush, and then the building itself has gone blocky. In appreciation of all the hard suffering that these walls have gone through.
All the people that had to lay down bricks for nothing.
All that. I mean, I bet the masons were standing there scratching their heads thinking, fuck me, I ain't building that again.
Is that a little door on the
wall? What's that, James?
Was that a door on the wall that you kept circling?
The window.
On the other side. At the bottom.
That's the window.
On the other side.
Here?
Oh, yeah.
Might be a stain.
You missed it. Right there. What is that?
That's a doorway. It looks like, or a window that looks.
Can you lift this picture up some, or is it no, not blow it up, but pull it?
No, yeah, it is. It's an archway.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good eyes, and it's blocky next to it. Look here on this. So, good eyes, James. I didn't see that. I was just looking at this window. Sorry. Again, who builds in the middle of a desert, in the middle of a jungle?
Like that too, massive.
Who
delivers the material out there?
Exactly.
Well, who builds half a building?
I want to know how the horse and cart man got through the jungle to deliver these bricks.
We need about 100 million pounds of brick delivered.
Oh my God.
Notice how they'll never show you anything in the old world. They'll always show you, no matter how far you go back 600 years, you'll always see mountains on these maps, because I think a lot of them are. It had to happen afterwards, because everything is just, they'll show you like steeples and then just burnt mountains everywhere. Even on 500, 600-year-old maps, the first ones that started coming out, you start seeing
it. None of them are depicting what we see. They're just depicting.
You needed probably decades just to get the place back to back level to where
it's not even that.
For livable.
It's not that. They had to get the populace to believe.
And they did a good damn
what
job.
They're seeing. Because you imagine you come out, you're young, and you're walking into fully formed cities and with infrastructure and all this. They've got to get that's what that was about.
We all ask these questions, man. If you had a good inquisitive mind as a kid, you always ask questions, and you always you even got slapped in the mouth in kindergarten if you went too far out of the thing. Like, how could you be on that spinning ball? They got the globe there, and it's spinning, and common sense, if you spin things, they fly off, So why isn't
Well, the problem is I'm 54 years old. Hell, they never showed these pictures to me at school. They always showed the pyramids and a couple other things, but they didn't show all this shit.
Don't feel bad. I was spinning on a ball.
It would be too obvious if you've seen the same thing everywhere. And make you think a couple of people built this and maybe some aliens did this.
Yeah, I did all of that.
But this is everywhere. So
it's not a
roof of this place.
They do that deliberately. They don't want to. That's why they don't have it on the maps and don't teach it to you in school about these places.
I'm
No,
telling you,
they can't have you realizing what your reality really is.
wherever our compass needles are pointing, that's the big baby right there in the center. You know, and that where we are in our little center. Then they got these other videos. You see that other video that was like 5 hours long, and then they show you that moon, then they show you they show you that clock in Switzerland from 1500s, and it's got the same image of where we are. And then it's got the whole Mayan calendar that goes around like the moon and where we're at. And supposedly the North Pole is like really got me thinking. You know, I consider everything, but I'm a zetetic. I'm into zetetics. You know, I can see it and experience it, and it's demonstrable. It's self-evident. It's common sense. It's
the truth, and it's simple as that. Look, red bricks. Red bricks in the middle of a jungle.
These places are always
I thought Jerry lost his mom when he's the first 2 months he started coming out with that in 2019, like June or whatever it was, when he's saying melted this, and he started. I was like, now he's fighting with some. Who was he having beef with? And oh gosh, I remember everybody was making fun of Santos. Him, and he was saying, the Earth is flat, and then everybody ganged up on him, and I was like, I can't debunk the damn thing, and I can't prove a globe. And these assholes in NASA's been nothing but lying to us and showing us CGI and fisheye lenses and cartoons.
Yeah.
All right.
It's always fisheye lenses and cartoons, isn't it?
Yeah,
that's how they justify it with their CGI. And they don't even use good CGI. They need to go to Dreamscape. Keep saying it. Go Dreamscape. Anyway, look at all this damage here. Huge balloon rocks. Heat from the bottom. Mashed up the building. Explain it to me. Explain it to me otherwise.
Can't see it right now.
Oh, there it is. Okay, I didn't see it. I was getting a black screen until just now.
Oh, right, yeah. No, my laptop can be a bit temperamental, so I hope you can see it now.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, I can.
You know, geologists explain that shit to me.
Let me put it on.
Again,
big
another
screen.
example of one of these castles in the most impossible location.
Wow.
Look at the size of that.
You got it all rock curtaining on the side coming up.
Incredible example of this meltology. I mean, look how it's melted here. What this tower's sitting on, that ain't supposed to be there. All this balloon rocking up the side here.
And sometimes they get a little wider on the bottom, and you say, why do they make them a little wider on the bottom? Maybe they just started getting sinking, or maybe
they don't realize it's melted. Don't realize it.
But when it does the tricks, it does it pretty uniformly, and it really does some really nice stuff, even though it's destroyed and horrible looking. But
I mean, can you imagine how glorious this place was?
Oh my! You can't. You know, if you look. I look at the Disenchantment cartoons. You ever watch them on the HBO? What is it?
No. I got HBO from England.
It shows you all of this. It shows you all of this, and it shows you all of the airships and these giant crate. Like what we're thinking of, what could have been, like just a little sorry ass version.
It's always sorry ass. We got the short end of the stick, mate. I'm telling you, we got the rubbish.
Wait.
Look at all this melt. Look at all the melt. Clearly, obviously, this was a bigger building. It's melted. Still some little components of the grid around, but everything else has been built up around this. The plants, the rest of the town, it's all built around this melt. That's the way they disguise it. Oh, it's Spartan red from years ago. Look, that's the ancient Spartan red. Look, you can see beard, hat. I've got my shield. I've got my tool, my spear. Got my dagger, and I'm in my tunic. That is me.
Ready to battle.
That is me. Just look at the face.
Yeah.
How about that for uncanny, eh? Uncanny.
Thank you.
Spartan Red was hanging about, even then telling them truth. Spitting knowledge way back. Again,
That
see the deformity in the windows, not uniform. They're supposed to be uniform. Supposed to all look the same. Clear evidence of heat damage. And then the building itself is just mangled. Arches mangled. Doorways mangled. You can see the bricks were churning and yearning. Again, please. How? Look here. Look, I'm going to blow it up a bit more.
look at that amphitheater.
What? Yeah. What is this shit here that I'm circling? I can see windows.
Yeah.
Door up there.
Jeez.
Look down here. How did that get in there?
Yeah,
What do you
and
have,
even in the
contrast
middle
in there
too.
Listen. Stop
Even underneath the screen, you got all
Yeah.
all that. Probably
You got
got
an archway there. That's
probably got
definitely an
public
archway.
restrooms and a kitchen back there to feed all
Yeah.
the people coming.
Exactly.
That's the
How
ticket
the
booth
hell?
right there.
How the
That big
hell?
old curtain on your top of you. Look at that.
This is one of them things that you just have to admit that we're talking the truth. Look here, window here.
See the blocks and brick lines up in the
Yeah.
left-hand corner and right on the other side of the stage up to the right. You can see it like
It's incredible.
oh yeah, look at the pockets of survival right there on the left, far
Yeah.
left. Those two windows, man, it looks
Yeah,
like
You got windows here. Look, I
Yeah.
can't pull it any more right, but if you can see where my cursor is,
Yeah.
windows up here.
Top,
How did they
top.
get that in there? Come on, people! It's a melted building. Rock curtaining down on all of these pieces. These are little fragments of survival to show
yeah,
you.
well they
that
put
it was a
windows, they
big-
put some windows back in there.
Yeah,
They've thought, but these they don't put any windows in them.
they haven't put none in, no. Because I mean, I suppose when you go to a manufacturer and he asks for the dimensions and you read them out, he's going to say, "Well, that window's going to be a bit crooked."
That's probably the office.
Custom.
That's the DJ
cost a
booth
little
right
more.
there on the left. That's the DJ booth.
Oh, come on.
Look like their ticket sales are pretty good though.
Yeah.
What's this? A monastery again? Another church in the mountains?
They're all churches.
Wait, they didn't put a cross up there yet. Gee, or is it
They've
up
been
high?
living there for 3,000 years. They still don't know what it is.
Like people risking their life to go pray, going across desolate land to climb a mountain, risking their lives.
Exactly.
Oh, there's the door on this side. I think it was around here somewhere. Ding
Exactly.
dong.
Every day sweeping brick ash out, you know. Of course, it's a pocket of survival, and everything else of this building has been rock curtained over by this incredible melt. It's obvious.
I like to look at the
They don't-
imprints in some of the
Yeah.
mountains. Like if you could see
They
sometimes columns and rooms and staircases that were there, and it's just flat.
You can't build like this in a million, trillion, zillion, gazillion years,
If you
right? You
you'd never get
cannot.
hired. You'd never
You
get hired.
cannot do this. You cannot do. See where they look.
Exactly. Now
Pockets of survival.
People-
Pockets of survival. You cannot build like this
The
ever.
people here, they mimic. Do you ever see them? You ever see those stupid brick things, the new faces of the building sometimes, and it looks like they mimic melted brick, damaged brick.
Yeah, yeah.
And I just, all you're doing is you're just mimicking the damage. That's just so they're just
It's
making it that way.
It's mocking you. They're mocking you when they
Oh.
do that. They're saying look what's all around you, and you can't
Us
even
dumb
fucking
guineas
work
think
it
it
out.
looks good, so they learn how to blade the concrete. Then they get
Oh,
these
yeah.
big round rocks at the stream, and they're gonna plug them into the
everything's for
cement.
sale.
Like
You
that.
want
Yeah,
that look, buddy? I can. Yeah, it's gonna cost you.
Yeah, it'll cost you. It'll cost you.
That's the
Always
newest.
cost
That's
you.
the newest look right now. Everyone's going for it.
My grandfather was a bricklayer in the New York subway. He built the subways. I don't think so. So that narrative was even alive. When he told me, yeah, none of us works in the subways. They were laid bricks. Well, you can see a lot of that stuff was already there. But I'm
Tell
sure they
me
had
why.
to brick up. I bet they would have
Tell me.
hey, brick up that old subway place there. That looks like
doing repairs, getting it
Yeah.
back
they
in
hid
order.
stuff. My grandfather probably went down into the subways and they built walls where they don't want you to see it.
Yeah,
Because
yeah,
there's
blocking
another
them off.
old rooms in subways
Yeah.
and old because a lot of those transport systems are
Oh, world.
I don't know how they blew out the Lincoln Tunnel and the Holland Tunnel, but that might be. But that's probably believable. But
But let's just think about this.
yeah.
Why would you build such an exquisite building attached to a mountain?
Oh, come on. That's the building. If the mountain is the building, the mountain was the building, okay? And that's not even the top of the building.
Please tell them again. All you newbies.
After being down here and knowing that the building on top of you is melting faster than you are, and that's just gonna, all that wax is gonna, all that hot stuff's gonna come landing on you if it don't freeze right. And these guys got lucky if they were down.
This is lucky.
Somebody had
this is lucky to survive because look, it's attached. It's attached on the left-hand side, so it's very lucky. And it's all this rock curtain coming down. Look at this wall here.
Yeah.
Look at the bricks in the wall. Cooked out.
How about those staircases with the footprints in them? That blew my mind when you and Jerry were showing that.
Yeah.
The melted footprints in it. Oh God.
I've even got one with handprints.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Handprints. So, I mean, look, come on. You're looking at a pocket of survival. You've got archways. Why have you got archways in a fucking mountain? Look at the blockiness. Come on. This is victory evidence. Look. I'll zoom it some more. Look. Look.
Look at that. Oh, that's it. You can see it. You can see the columns right in there.
Listen, I keep telling you guys, I'm not playing when it comes to evidence. I'm not playing.
This is
now,
what geologists,
you fucking geologists, come and say something to me now.
The first video I ever watched from you guys, I saw all this.
At the top.
I said nobody went up there and built that.
It is rock curtaining over. Look at the rock curtain coming over the bricks.
Yeah,
oh
right.
My God. Hang on, guys. Sorry. I'm just going to jump out for a second. Woo.
That hitty. I'm not even reading the comments. What's going on here? We got red bricks. I feel sorry to poor passage on that. Right. We got some
on fire.
Guys, when you see evidence like that, no geologist can ever step in front of me. None of them. No mud flooders can step in front of me. Can't step in front of me with your backwards thinking. Right?
Paleontology.
All of it's all mumbo jumbo, right? Explain to me then why there was archways in a fucking mountain then, if you think it's a mountain. Why? Why could we see big blocks?
Or a train station in the middle of a cliff on a middle sticking out in the middle of the ocean, in the middle of the and it's in the Mediterranean, right? Remember that? Did you see that thing that Luda posted on the other group? I copied and pasted and posted in your group on the Melted Buildings group. It's like it's a train station that goes from one side, and then if the train was in it, would just fall off and fall into the water. And you can see the station. It's got the train station on it, and it's in the middle of the bay, like in the you know. You see it?
Yeah, you could. I'm just flicking through the comments, but yeah, listen, people don't ever doubt old Spartan.
Yeah,
I had people come up and say, "Oh, Spartan, you ain't got no evidence. You're only looking for the tourist shots."
Right. In Monument Valley, we have a mountain called the Mitt.
Yeah. Let's go back to it. Look. Look at it.
Look, it's got a 4-point. It's got a flower in the middle. You see that pattern where the window is? Like they all had that building. Yeah. It looks like this every other one that they made them into cathedrals and churches, and they called it whatever. But we know they were machines, and they had something to do. Everything's got to do with sound and light and frequency. So you know, and everything's electricity and magnetism. And there's this electricity is a hybrid of dielectricity.
It's all part of the system. Everything
we don't use it.
We haven't got the capability of using it now because the machinery is no good. It's smashed to pieces.
The fuse got blown. The whole fuse got blown, and you don't blow it twice. When Jerry said you can't blow a fuse twice, that made a lot of sense because I'm saying, how could this look? You know,
this was a one-time event. It wasn't no other times. Once it had blown. You can't blow something twice.
Only in the desert you can see the wood. You know, wherever it's dry, like Arizona, you can still see the wood survive the X factor event. It's still the same wood inside the right, But when you go like up here, it's just rots because of the humidity. And then once our elements just eat up, wood in a couple of hundreds of years if you don't take care of it.
Yeah, exactly. Look, people, look.
Wow,
Up here where my cursor is, that's where you're walking. Up here. All this is buried underneath you.
We're so high and it just smashed.
All this is buried underneath you. This is up here is where you walk.
I hope no one got hurt when this event went off, man.
I can't say that. I can't say and attest that a few people didn't have breakfast the next morning.
Maybe they just had a big rapture.
His blood and
God
raptured
everybody
and brick.
And then torched
They all got burnt inside the brick, melted. All the bodies melted inside the brick.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they're in there. Oh, everything's in there.
Just
everything.
With this kind of heat.
Oh God. You can see some of
this
them
kind of heat
they pull out. You can know they were cooked in there because you can see how they were before. Some skeletons were before that X Factor events.
They were like hot dogs, mate. God.
There's a lot of these so-called
when you see the skulls like this with their
don't have
mouths
no entrances. You can't get in. They're just solid.
That heat does that.
If you weren't on the top floor walking around minding your own business that day, you probably didn't make it.
Yeah.
Maybe if you were flying in a Zeppelin or a big airship like 2 miles
you
up,
might have had a chance.
You weren't good either because a lot of heat and whatever it was. Probably maybe you did. Somebody had to watch the event was going like they did the big one. Man, that's what Jerry said. It might have been sabotaged, but it just might have been. We just got too big, man. The place couldn't handle it, man. It was like time for a.
We've got
maybe look if these bricks look like batteries. Like each one had its own power source. How could it not be that electricity could run through these bricks and not the ones we make today? Why can't we just?
Sorry, we have water. Are you back?
Yeah, look at that.
We got water coming out of Ayers Rock. This is Ayers Rock.
That's a lot of red. That rock. It looks like you can.
Plumbing still working.
It's a building anyway. It's
a
building. Don't care what anyone wants to say. Don't care what the tribal people are saying. It's a building.
With all the rain and the weathering, these things get weathered over years. So there's got to be a little weathering, but
you can tell it was viscous.
There's no way water. They said that water didn't carve that whole thing out, man, over all these years.
How's the water get
up?
The
Grand Canyon did that, right?
Like exactly.
But water will cut through.
Is there a lake up there coming down from, or is it just being pumped?
I think I'm telling you, they got some kind of magnetic pumps that are free energy, be perpetual or siphon, because the pressure from wherever the waters are around us. I still believe that with this waters, I think we're surrounded. That's the only damn thing that makes sense in the damn Bible is Genesis. You don't got to get to past page 3, and it's already said everything you need to know.
Tell me this isn't melted red brick.
Oh, you can see it. There's a layer underneath that. You crack that whole curtain up. There was probably one curtain laying right over another one that was melted. Yeah. Look at that.
Here it is. Yeah. Then you got the huge flow lines here. People just want to believe silly geology, don't they?
There wouldn't be any green stuff there if that water wasn't dripping down there, probably.
Yeah, exactly. Carbon-14 as well. I mean, look, these are huge.
Something's leaking out of it because look at all the green around it.
Yeah, this is huge bands of melted red brick.
Wow.
Brick lines. Those are brick lines.
Look how they're going up and down.
They're just coiled over.
Vertically.
They're just coiled over. That's all. They've coiled over from being melted.
That is just that.
Look here.
That's just a proof. All these brick lines are proof of a level plane that we're on because they're all like this everywhere. Just think about that. That's like even more of a proof than anything because this is everywhere, and you'll see them same lines. And you can pick up rocks, and you can see the rocks with the lines in them. I always studied rocks. I was very curious growing up.
A little pocket of survival here.
Yes,
just here. Everything else is rock curtained. Everything else of this building is rock curtained over.
They give the Indian reservation. They give the Indians this land here because they just give them that and their alcohol. And then they don't.
I mentioned this the other day. I mentioned this the other day, Mike. That they give them this land, they give them these reservations, and then years and years later, when they find that actually
gold.
Yeah, the land that they've given them is quite valuable.
I know.
It's quite valuable now because it's got mineral deposits and all sorts of things. Now they want to move them off there now again.
Right.
That's how wicked.
They give them the land to go with their history story. Their bullshit.
Look at the size of that thing. Look at wow, it's so big too.
Sorry,
you have to get a drone and fly around. You know, you like to get up in a drone and look inside those little openings and see what's going on in there. Because you can see that people are already in there.
I mean, it's amazing sight. Amazing sight. What happens to these buildings? I mean, it's Ayers Rock again. I just want to skip through these just to get you to some of these. Look.
This looked like it had a look at that. Did that have a landslide?
That's Ayers Rock. This is Ayers Rock, the back side of it.
Wow, look at the rock melting down like a rock waterfall. You see it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
In the corner.
Oh, yeah.
It looks like an hourglass almost, and it just froze.
Crazy.
And even to the right, there's another one on the right and in the middle here on the left.
It is amazing that people can't understand that this is a building.
Yeah, that's definitely a rope. Look, you can still see the beams or some kind of lines, a beam or whatever.
Without a keen sense, your keen eyesight that the Eagle Eye crew have.
They didn't need to use I-beams. Look, they didn't even need to use I-beams in these domed roofs. They just laid brick. I mean, I don't know, but if you look inside some of this, you don't see any like hard, good steel or rebar or anything.
No.
You know?
None of that. It's all brick. All brick.
It's amazing why we lost the science of how to do that, because that's real masonry. I can respect that kind of masonry. Not these ones that get the buildings for free, and that's why they call it Freemasons. We're claiming everything. We're taking this all for free. We're Freemasons.
It's all built to last. All built to last. Good components built to last. And here we have another
claim. We should find something that's good that we know there's some treasure in. No, we don't. I don't care about treasure at my age. Just the knowledge and the wisdom I'm taking with me out of here is the treasure.
Oh, yeah. Here we have another pocket of survival. Another building here. There's remnants at the top. It's cooked out.
Look at the windows. Look at the windows. All in the houses up there.
Sunken and flooded.
Talk about a cataclysm, huh?
Look what happened to the bricks. Look what happened to the bricks.
Dustified, powdered. You could probably go there with a pickaxe, just like
you take it all down,
and have the thing fall right on you. Keep going.
Look at all the brick ash.
You can carve yourself out of fake, cave. Probably it's so dusty and soft. Hey, if it's still got red in it, it can't be that.
Hardly any carbon 14 in this baby, I'll tell you. Look what happened to the towers engulfed in the brick. All gone blocky. This one, look at this tower. This wall is supposed to be level, tapering down into a melt. All blocks.
Well, listen, I think the grid had something to do with. I find a lot in Connecticut. I find this concrete and then melt, and in the concrete are perfect layers of mica, and those are used for like insulation for a high component. And that mica is survival pockets of mica. You pull it out, it's perfect sheets of and you could tell electricity that was used.
This particular castle looks like it's been electrified to me, properly.
Oh God!
Just look at it. Just look at it. It just looks like electrical and then heat.
Well, it looks like a piece of wood you took out of a fire, man. Like
if you was to go into a computer motherboard that's burnt out, you'd expect to see the components looking like this. I mean, look, it is just totally ruined.
The whole mountain is the building. Just look at the bottom of it. That was the brick, but just look how the little pieces left. And if that thing sunk down, it had to be going, density. If it got soft enough, if the heat was fervent enough to make it so vicious, the viscosity, liquidy.
It's amazing.
So what do you think cooks first? I mean, the concrete definitely melts, and then that mortar that they put.
The mortar goes first.
Right. Oh, you can see it coming out like
the
white
mortar goes first. I mean, look at the damage here.
Oh my God! Yeah, and look, you can see the bricks that fell out as that mortar was falling out, and then they just probably fell out over the years. They probably eroded off of it. But once that gets melted solid, those things are pretty darn.
Yeah. Remember what I say, that the outer walls, the outer
Look at
walls
that.
look like a skin. The inner,
that
the
layer.
inner core is cooked.
That's an
Yep.
insulator. That's
Buggery.
insulation too.
Right?
For whatever was in the inside. These were giant components. This place was like a giant. Maybe we're just inside a damn computer that's powering another world, like in Rick and Morty. Remember that episode? That's insane. I just thought about that.
See, look what happened to the bricks. Look what happened. It's all from this. The heat from below.
Look how level that is, man. The perfectly level brick lines. You know,
Yeah,
that's not naturally formed. So how did it happen?
Right,
It's
and then
obviously
you've got the outside edges all churned up to buggery, and you've got the front piece, which is all looking like, you know, bricks and mortar, as you would expect. But the core of the building is chewed up.
Yeah.
It's all chewed up.
So what is it? After it gets melted down to so much, it just turns into like silicon dioxide, which is like sand or quartz or just an average glass that you can see through.
That's it.
And then other gemstones
that's the end of the process. When it's in the brick ash is the end of the process.
Elements, when all that underneath us, all that heat and pressure just change elements from one to the other, man.
Of course. I mean, look
like
at this
the Philadelphia
building here.
experiment.
Yeah, look at this building here. Why is it all over the place?
Wow. Yep.
There's bits of it everywhere, but the plant life hides the actual damage, but the pocket survival.
That's one giant big building.
Yeah, that's just a pocket survival up here at the top.
Where are all the trees getting all that water? Just a good rainy? Is it a rainy place where that is at? Where is this?
Who knows? But
Iran.
Most of these
Chinese,
most of these old
India
these buildings, the irrigation system is where they're getting the water.
Is that another tower right there, right above you?
Yeah.
Down.
Yeah.
Down.
Oh. Yeah, that looks like
to the back. To the back now. Take it to the back. Right there. Blow that up.
That's definitely it. Oh, and you can see the brick right where you were just with that. You can still see.
Oh, it looks like a doorway too. Maybe a door down there.
It is. It is a window. Now it looks like a water tank tower.
It's like another tower sticking up. It's almost like that tower over there, almost like that one there on there.
Yeah, they had function. Everything had a function, and they made it beautiful. They made it more than eye candy. Everything was just functional. And then they just decorated the outside of the machine or whatever they did that we're just too dumb to know. And then everybody above us is calling us. Everybody's too dumb below us. But hey, that's how it goes, man.
Yeah, but we can't. We really can't.
I know you can't say that. Because we've been coming. You got to be in flat earth. Flat earth makes it so much easier. If you've been doing flat earth for 5 years at least, or even 2 years, this just comes a lot easier. Because you don't have to think about.
Well, you're half deprogrammed anyway.
It's a long process.
When you're a flat earther, you're half deprogrammed anyway. You throw after shit out your mind anyway, because most of it is. Once you know flat earth, you know that space don't exist and all the rest of it. So, now you need to just expand your knowledge. This is the next step.
I wouldn't want to be an expert in the old world system with this new world coming right now. That's why I've been saying that for people. What's coming is what you're wasting all your energy on building this other thing. You got to get something new. You're still focusing all the effort into this, but it's going to flip, man. I'm telling you, what's coming is going to be beneficial. We don't know what's going to, it's got to get.
Sorry, guys, I just jumped out to get a drink. Talking makes you first.
Are you in Pueblo right now?
Who?
Me? I'm in California.
Oh, you're in California? Okay. Yeah. All right. I used to drive over that way from Arizona. I was living in, the valley.
Okay.
In Mesa. I was also living in Glendale, out in Avondale, west. But I go out to San Diego a lot, to Los Angeles.
Gotcha. Yeah, I just went out there to Pueblo to see Jerry.
Right. That's why
I had a wedding to go. I had a wedding to go to out in Colorado Springs, on Friday the 13th. So I figured I'd go up there early and hang out with Jerry for
Yeah, you guys are killing out there, man. You had some Dimitri or what? Yeah, I heard. You took Jerry to the next dimension. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what happens when you die. That's like, your body's always making a thing to keep that. Your body is, when you die, that your body just triggers that thing to set you off to the next realm. So this just bypasses that. So you got your finger on a suicide switch all the time. That's what it's like. James True explains this on one of his videos. I mean, this guy's really puts this shit into perspective. Yeah. Hang with all these Gnostic guys that we
had to check him out. He's on YouTube or what?
Yeah, some of his videos from a couple of years ago. We're trying to break away from this. We're out in nature and woods and stuff like that. But he's got a couple of good books, and the way he explains, like the technology of belief is one of his books. He's got like 5 books out, and he's in North Carolina. So if I ever pass by, I'm gonna, give these guys a holler, where I'm near. But I don't really know that many people here.
Interesting.
I got to know a couple. I got a great music studio and a music engineer right here. I got a sound studio with like every Hammond's organs and tape decks and just Pro Tools with like hundreds of tracks. I have Fender Rhodes and Stevie Wonder's Clavinova. There's down there.
What?
Hammond B3, Jimmy.
You got Stevie Wonder's clap. Did you say you got Stevie Wonder's clap?
Yeah, the same exact one. There's only like fucking 80 models.
Wow.
Could be the same one. It's the same exact thing. It's in excellent condition.
I was playing Stevie Wonder yesterday.
I was playing him on piano. That's all I do is play Stevie Wonder.
Wow. Man. I love Stevie Wonder, mate. Ooh.
Want to hear a quick little...
No.
We went over 3 hours.
No.
You're not going over 3 hours.
Listen, Mike, we're not having no gaslighting. I'm sorry. You haven't paid your fees for that.
No, I've been getting copyright strikes every time I play.
Exactly.
Piano.
No, I will be. I will be, not you.
I know. Well, that's what happened to Bob. He said, I got a copyright strike for me playing piano. I was playing it too accurate to court.
Right. 2 hours now.
Yeah, Jerry's living right on a melted building. We're all on him, actually, but his is more evident, self-evident. I got to just dig. That doesn't take me far to go anywhere to find evidence. Right up the road.
Listen, we are going to. I want to finish this evidence and hand over to James. So let's just whiz through these pictures quick. Again, look, it's in an old picture. Look at the damage. Brickwork is all mangled. This side is even more mangled than the right side. Huge heat. Blocks everywhere. Damage. And it was done in... Does that look like 1957, this picture? Can't see it.
It says 1057.
1057. That's when they said it was built, 1057. So in 1057, this is a few years before the Battle of Hastings, which was 1066. We had people climbing the top of this mountain with bricks to build this. In 1057, a little while before the Battle of Hastings. Get the fuck out of here with your lies.
I've been to Ireland. I've been to the castles in Ireland, and you can see they're less damaged than this. And I've been in them, and let me tell you, I can see, if you look, even in Scotland, I've never been to Scotland, but I look at them, and you can see that they're part of a mountain too. That's just, you're only it's common sense. And the giant lakes there are, if you're looking, I'll let you go. I'm gonna
get on one.
Send you a link on that.
Hit the green.
I'll take your advice.
It's good advice. It's always good advice for me. Again, here, look, we see another top of a building. Look at the damage. Look at the balloon rock up here. Look at this part has melted downwards. Clearly melted on top of it. This wall is heat damage. Underneath the wall, it's more of the same. It's melting downwards into this melt, flooding it. Oh, look, see the block sticking out the top here?
Mm-hmm.
You see how high it got? And then it stopped. Then it stopped. But it's a good indication of the heat damage.
You can see the windows, they're just slits now. They'll just slit. You see them?
Hang on, let me go back. Let
See the
me go
slits?
back.
Yeah, the slits on both sides. See those slits when you zoom in on them? Why did the slits? Did it shoot arrows out of them? Yeah, right.
Yeah. All up here, they're all closing up here as well.
I know.
Crazy.
Yeah, they got them up there. If you go all the way up the top, you'll see them in layers. Like if there was something, who knows what they are. Maybe they weren't. Maybe they were just.
I like the ones, Mike, where you got the tower obviously melting in the ground. Is you've got the slit about a foot off the ground.
Molds. You take the hell concrete. Yeah. I'm sorry.
Foot off the ground. So it's if you're building something, it's not very defensible if the person's got to shoot from a foot off the ground.
Right.
You can just throw fire in there and that'll be it. He was done.
You can see.
But they obviously never ever, built like that. Obviously they've melted downwards to such an extent that they're nearly on the ground. Here, look at this wall. Bricks popping out. Popcorn blocks. Popcorn bricks here. Look. Balloon rocks on the ground. The ground is all melted. It's all melted inside. Look, got more balloon rocks attached to itself here. Look at the top here. Let me zoom.
People drive their cars down that.
All heat damage. This wall with these popcorn bricks here. Look.
Any squatters living in there, man? Jesus.
I'll tell you what, I wouldn't want to squat in there even if I had nowhere to live.
No, you ain't lying, because the nearest store is about 300 miles away.
Yeah, exactly. There ain't no 7-Eleven there, mate. We're not getting chicken wings anytime soon, James. We're in trouble.
No. Oh, man.
Anyway, look, I just want to show this. Look, inside the castle walls, look at this huge deformity. Balloon rocking inside the walls as well as outside. Just shows you how hot it was.
I see that everywhere.
Yeah.
It's everywhere, running everywhere. Here.
Come on
with
now.
my own eyes.
This is definitely a melted building, pocket of survival, but look down here. Way down here in this bottom right-hand corner, look. You can see the brick lines.
Yeah. Brick, pancake lines, some rock curtaining going on.
Brick, it's all going on. Take this green, the grass shit off.
Wow, look at them pocket of survival right in there.
Look,
underneath.
here. This one here.
Mm-hmm.
In the center. Incredible.
Look like a window.
This here is building.
Yeah, but there's a window. There's a window in there too, right?
There's a window. There's a door. There's another door.
Yeah,
man. It's always the same, because mountains don't have windows and fucking doors, do they?
It takes too much time to carve into them. You got to throw dynamite in there.
My friend's Bigfoot videos.
Carving nothing.
That's all I see. I'm going nuts. I'm like, dude, there's buildings right in front of you. You can see this
Yeah, but they don't know stuff like that, Mike. They don't
Colorado
know
Bigfoot. You check him out. He's like, oh my god. And
they don't know stuff like that. Look how the building is melted downwards and outwards. Downwards and outwards.
Yeah.
You can clearly see. Look at the.
It's the same thing as all that sawdust on those giant trees that they cut down. It all looks the same.
Brick
like, around that Devil's Tower has.
Yeah.
Everything has that. Like, it looks like.
I just want to confirm. Look, it's made of red bricks.
Oh yeah.
So if the building is made of red bricks, what do you think it's resting on? Is made of melted red bricks.
It's resting on its
own. Wakey. Look, this is sunken and melted. Are you seeing yet? Are you starting to understand?
I start to understand.
I'm telling you, people. James too talks about people. You only have your mind only, your eyes only. He calls it aperture, and you're not. There's a thing, and it goes along with the melanin and the DMT, and how people cannot allow. We bypassed ours, and I'm telling you, flat Earth took me a long time, and so did a lot of other things. But once you get it, man, that's it.
Oh man, I got flat Earth in about 2 weeks. I stumbled
Yeah,
across.
right.
I stumbled across that on accident. I always knew that shit was dumb anyway.
Not in 2014 and 15, and everybody's like, yeah. I had to go tell. I didn't even share any of that till 2016, and then I lost more than 3/4 of my friends list in like this first week.
Yeah, it does thin out your friends list, don't it? It does thin out your friends list. That is like an antidote to get rid of fucking pests. Yeah, I'm flat Earth, mate.
I knew it was the truth. I would never share anything if I knew it wasn't the truth. Then I'd have to go back and apologize and say, "Oh, why did I say something that stupid?" Bad enough we were talking about Titans and all these giant buildings and rock mountains that turn into 2-mile high Titans.
I was never a proponent of that anyway.
Yeah, right. Who birthed that? Where was his mother?
It never resonated with me enough for me to, be like this. I mean, I just want to show you the bricks here. Look, these small ones. Look.
Hey,
I'm going to zoom out. I'm going to back out. I just want to show you this window.
Wow. Yeah.
Look where the window is. Look how the heat has damaged the window. And look at this one. Look at all the blocks. Look, you see it cooking here.
Yeah, that's some heat right there. Let me tell you,
it's cooking.
Wow,
red brick.
There had to be something to cause those cubey patterns. You see them a lot, even in bigger and different sizes.
It's the electrical heat field, and the bricks acquiescing. Look here. Look at this. This is an arch. Look at the damage here. You see red bricks here.
Absolutely.
See how this one's trying to come into these red bricks.
These right here. These are really amazing how they bend. Look, wow. So
I'm trying to get the picture just right.
Look at those lines. You see those ones in the middle, right there at the top in the middle. Right there. Those long. See how long they are, and they come down on an angle.
In the middle, in the center there.
They're like long. You can see the bricks.
The ones that are sticking, the ones that are stacked up like dominoes.
Yeah. See them. Look inside that little. You're right.
Looks like a spine coming down the middle there.
If we can enlarge that, you'll see they're all little blocks.
Yeah, right there.
It's insane. See them? How the line? You see the lines? How they tipped down inside there?
Stacked up like dominoes there.
I know.
Crazy.
Like thin
absolutely
ones,
crazy.
Like they just decided to throw some thin ones. Where are the big ones? Throw the thin ones in there. That'll work.
Yeah. The thin ones needed to fill the gap.
Wow. Yeah, that'd be like
blocky, carbon 14 stains. And underneath, let me just move it. I can move it slightly. I will zoom again. I just want you to see what's at the bottom here.
Wow, look at those bricks on the very top of that archway. Are they new ones put in there? No, those the old world.
Who knows? But they don't look like these bricks. These are bricks at the bottom here.
Oh, no. Yeah.
Can you see? And
wow,
can you
look
see
at that.
here?
Yeah.
Look right in front of you. Look, wait.
A lot of uneven damage.
Look here.
Oh, there was a skin over that building. They concrete skinned it, man.
Yeah, red bricks.
Look how perfect them red bricks are. They are so perfect. They look like brand new bricks, like they just went and put them in there 10 years ago. Or last week, even.
Right? We're going to do little repairs on this wall.
I know.
Yeah, who's done the repairs?
They sent the city, the taxpayers.
You haven't stuck
to fix the cracks and stuff.
The bottom of the wall here.
Some of them holes.
That's why we got to tax you another.
Exactly. I'm not paying him. He ain't stuck over the bottom of the wall. I ain't paying him.
Start stuffing stuff in there and have it fall over on you.
Again, this is that same building that was looking around this corner, but look, here is melted downwards.
Look at that metal kid. See that metal grass? See that metal cage down there? Is that an old wall? Do you think someone put that in there?
I couldn't tell you.
Yeah, you can't tell.
I mean, you can't tell. I mean, really.
I think somebody might.
Why would you put it? I mean, it's a dilapidated building. No one lives there.
Look at the windows in there too. Yeah, that could be the originals. God,
yeah.
You are right. They look too perfectly. They look cut perfectly right out for that.
Heat damage here.
Yeah,
all the bricks are heat damage. I would have thought these are probably the originals.
Yeah, you can see there was some kind of balconies that fell off there or something on the.
That's brick damage. That is.
Yeah. Okay. You're right.
That is brick damage. It wasn't a balcony there.
Okay.
But the steps.
No, that was just between floors. Yeah, you're right.
Steps damaged
on the left.
Ground is brick flood. Everything was sunk in the brick flood. I mean, please. Are we seeing the grid cut line here? Oh my days. Can you see it, lads? That's the grid cut lines. Cut them into blocks. Look.
Almost looks like the South Bronx.
Look. Here. Cut it into the grid pattern. And then it's blocky above. And then look here. Totally different damage here.
Man, I'm seeing that same rock here. I see that all along the highways here. You could see that same, even when they blast the roads out, you can when you're driving between the mountains. If you just
popcorn in bricks here. Look at this wall. The bricks are all agitated by the heat and the electrical field, agitating, making them pop out.
There must have been a vibration too. That was
really you know what he was talking. You know what that guy was talking about now, yeah?
Wow. Yeah, right. A big lie.
But look,
show him that and say, how did that happen?
Yeah.
How does mud do that? Tell me that one. And what kind of mason lays brick like that? Just tell me.
Exactly. One who just got fired.
Right. Because he couldn't lay bricks the proper way.
Smoking too much on the job, man. You gotta go.
Oh my God!
He went into the office, but had the plumb line on it and everything, and it was dead straight 2 minutes ago.
They built like abstract cubists.
Yeah, Salvador Dali was the consultant. I mean, look, you can tell. Look, all blocky. All popcorn in that. Look, all here. Look, severe agitation. That's that. Electrical heat damage. All blocks.
Look at look over there.
Out.
Yeah, look right there where you're at on number D. You see that the letter D right there? Look how big that block is underneath it.
Yeah.
And then look how small the block is towards the bottom.
Yeah, I mean it's
they get smaller and smaller as they go down.
Yeah. Right. We're going to build with small ones to start with. And then we'll put the big, heavy ones on top because that's the easiest way.
So you can hurt your back as you lift it over your head.
But because we're idiots, we're going to put the heavy stuff at the top and put the light stuff at the bottom. It makes more sense. Crazies.
Just picture that
like that.
You can almost see it.
I mean, look at this.
You can tell they were young because the back was still good.
Just bubble them. Just pop.
Look at this shit. Look at this shit. You can't say that they built like this and not see this shit at the bottom here.
That is insane. And it's amazing.
Blocks. They built the blocks coming out like this, did they? The bricks were placed here to come out like this. No way.
All you needed was a little more time, and up there would have gotten just like down there.
Yeah, cool. It was well on the way.
Yeah.
That's what happens. It expands.
Look to the right. Look all the way to the right. You see it right there? Follow your arrow right across to the right, and you'll see it even more. See how it's in between right there? You see how it's starting to get even worse? It's halfway there.
It's getting ready to fucking go mountain.
Granite, right? It's gone granite.
Yeah, it's gone granite. It's gone
all
the altered
marble
states here.
slate.
Listen,
Yeah, it goes marble too. Like Dolomite Mountains get Dolomite powder and I mean, I was in the Swiss Alps. I mean, and in the Italian Alps, and I was in the Dolomites. So when you showed those great videos of the Dolomite Mountains, wow, those things were like unbelievable.
You could, I mean, those Dolomites you can definitely make out.
You can see the
big fucking blocks in the Dolomite Mountains. They're they're buildings. It's definitely 100%.
You have so many videos, Spartan, that no one. It would take people to catch. Even, I mean, just alone, you can pick any one of your videos and just use that. Use all of them as just a whole. And if you just, had eyes to see, you do.
Yeah, I mean,
especially watching you got all of that stuff to go through. I mean, you got like a whole library.
I always come with the evidence that proves the point.
Mm-hmm.
There's no point putting a picture up there if it's not going to prove the point.
You should. I hope you got them backed up. Every one of your videos. So
my stuff is all on Odyssey and stuff.
Oh, great stuff. Yeah, okay, great. So it's always good.
It's always there.
I mean, the links take you out physically to get rid of this. You're gonna have to take you out.
Do you know what? I'm so glad I'm not doing videos anymore, though, Mike, because it's really time consuming, and this way I can just pick a file. I'm online streaming. Away we go. I mean, look at this building. This is another angle. You can just see everything has gone blocky. What we have here is we have the melt and the electrical charges of a kind of stable nature, so everything's got cooked the same. We haven't got these massive discrepancies in damage, is what I'm trying to say, because everything is blocky and popcorning out. I mean, here it's just one big melt, but the ground is brick flood. But it shows a consistent electrical charge and heat, and the heat was consistent because everything looks the same. Again, it's supposed to be some kind of tower, and all the bricks are all melted. What's all this manglement here? It's the building that's melted. Still got the original stairs. These Tartarians love a swirly stairway. If you want to call them Tartarians, I normally say Old World Order, but it's an Old World Order stair. Tell by the design. Again, come on. You think there's only one leaning tower of pizza in the world? Hey? This one is not in Italy. Same Old World Order design. Heat damage, leaning back. Windows, look. This one's heat damaged. Supposed to be the same size as this one. Look at it. This one says that the bricks expanded away from the center of the window. Here's another leaning tower. It's the same one actually, but better quality picture. You can actually see the heat damage. Look under the window. All the bricks have gone blocky. The wall is disintegrated nearly. See the stairway tucked in here? That's Old World. But this door, stairs, look. Poor building. Used to be magnificent until the dark times. The time before the Empire. I love Star Wars. I do, because it just they put it in your face so blatantly, and you just can't see it. Can't see it. I love. Look at all these bricks have gone blocky. Severely heat damage because there's hardly any carbon-14 in these. The arch is still there. Don't forget, this is the top of the building.
Right.
It's the top of the building. It's all melted down. Look in the background here. Look at this part. The top half is just disintegrated. And then there's your tower there. We saw the picture of it from the other side. Hello.
What are you doing up there?
Hello. Is James still in the house? Sorry, is Mike still in the house? I can't hear him.
He's not in right now, but
Oh,
his
he's gone.
camera's still on.
He's probably gone. He's gone. He's probably gone to have his smoke. Well, listen, you guys are harsh. Why is Spartan looking like one of those TV demons? Is anyone out there? Oh, screw this, you guys. Oh, I'm here. What are you talking about? Let's go back to Joe. This shit is getting weird. We'll see you later then. We're chilling. We know what we're doing. This is the Chill Out Zone take. Heed, thank you for saying that, Knowledge. Your face looks melted. Yeah, it's just a backdrop. It's a green screen. Don't pay it no mind. Don't let it spook you. I'm not possessed. I'm not going to be, vomiting green shit. It's just a backdrop. Relax yourself, zombie. Get on a smoke. Cool down. We're looking at evidence. I can't see the comments when I'm sharing screen. So just relax. Just relax. We've got Mike back. My son is a full-fledged Jedi Master. He's lethal, just blind as shit. Yeah, that was Dean. You need to tell him to use the Force, Luke. It doesn't matter if he's blind, if he's using the Force. See, the Force, you don't need to. It's nothing to do with eyesight. Tell him Yoda said that. Right, let's get back to the evidence. So I want James to kick on in a minute. So, don't come to me and tell me what I'm talking about is a load of rubbish, because explain this shit to me then. Explain it. Because if you think they carried bricks up there, there's only one of us who's a Looney Tune, and it's not me.
There's only one answer. We've been saying it. There's only one answer.
Meltology, my friends.
He said, "Let's go on the steepest rock we can find." Yeah, this is good right here.
Yeah,
we don't want the flatland.
Yeah, the flatland's no good.
Makes it harder to get up here with the materials.
You know what? What it is, they like going downhill a lot.
Workers' comp must have been pretty good back then.
Oh yeah. They were doing. They was getting plenty on the overtime. You see, they didn't mind working long shifts, mate. Here we have another damaged building. Just look what happened to the bricks. It doesn't lend itself to mud floods, right? You can't get a mud flood up a bloody mountain, can you? Inverted commas. But what you can have is buildings being melted like butter. Melted like butter. That's what you're looking at. Look, what's all this shit flowing out here? And all this. Where is this? Where are the rest of these arches? Well, why can't we see the bottoms? Because they're fucking melted. They're melted. Wasn't a plasma event or mud?
There might have been a lot of plasma and ball lightning during it, I bet you.
Listen, you guys, I mean, the newbies got to watch the documentary, please. And all this will make sense. Look, on the top of a melted building, these are fragments. You can see a window there. What is it doing there? Look, arches back here. Bricks. Rock curtain. Balloon rocks. It's all fucking there. It's a building.
Over here, they call them forts. They put a cannon in it and they put a narrative on it.
Yeah.
Bro.
Yeah. Red Indians. It's the Red Indians that did it. Here we go. More fragments. More fragments. of a building, because there's the arch there. The bricks are all heat expanded. The ground is all liquid brick flood. You can tell it was melting because look, this part
Gray
of the
and
wall
white.
sunken into the melt and the colour, of course. Good point, Mike. The colour. There's even it looks like a doorway here in this wall. Look how it's going up the wall here. Balloon rocking out. And all back here, these arches are all melted. These are all archways. You don't get that on a mountain, I'm afraid. Look at this shit.
Wow.
Oh,
Yep. Wow.
Please.
That same pattern again.
Please.
There's that same cone on the bottom again.
Yeah.
Like it's got the same pile of sawdust on the bottom of it.
Yeah. Yep. You see that so often.
Well, that just looks like
they're going to tell me it's a bloody volcano.
with the wall built on it.
Yeah,
It
there's a volcano with a wall on it. But go figure, right?
Yeah, why do these volcanoes have bricks on the inside?
Yeah, exactly. This is all brick ash here. It was flowing down.
Oh yeah.
And then it densified. We can see, I call it rippling, the rippling effect as it melted downwards. And then it densified.
You get a little bit of erosion from wind and just for over years and years.
Yeah, but it's not going to turn a brick into this, is it? No way. No way. You know, I'll accept a little bit of soil erosion and maybe a little bit of erosion from rain, but it's not going to be that much.
There's 120-year-old photographs,
especially when in places where it doesn't rain very often.
They look exactly the same, like
right.
They didn't even erode 120 years.
Wait. This is the top of that same mound. Look.
Wow. Yep.
Don't play with it.
That's manufactured. That ain't natural.
Don't play with it because we will kill you. We will murder
Somebody
you.
made good money off of that job.
We will murder you with evidence.
Whatever they were working for.
Right? Don't even think about trying to test up.
That's a lot of mud erosion, isn't it?
Right, isn't it? Look, there's sedimentary layers, you mugs. Look, sedimentary layers, and you got bricks on top of it. What's wrong with you people?
And the lines are always the same level with the plane.
This is what you're looking at is block lines. It's been cooked out severely, but you're looking at block lines. Right? Block lines are pancake brick lines. Right? And then you've got the bricks up above it. What? Come on. Look. These are clearly bricks. And you can see the core is cooked out, like I always say.
Yep.
Look at the scorching at the bottom here. Don't play with the Eagle Eye crew.
You know how many people it would take just to make a build? It would take you your whole lifetime just to build half of that. And you don't even have enough people to build these things. Come on.
Exactly.
Having a reality breakdown here in my brain. The more I think.
You know what? That happens with evidence. Look at it. Look at how big it was. Look at the damage. Look at how much brick ash there is.
I mean, look at telephone. Look at them telephone wires down there.
Exactly. They look like dwarves.
Now they
look like dwarves compared to this thing.
That tower right there, like you said, looks dwarfed compared to that.
Oh man, listen, Eagle Eye crew got all the evidence it needs.
That's not sand. Is that rock?
Yeah, exactly.
Or
it can't be brick ash. It's sand. Well, sand is brick ash. You dummy.
Yeah, I'm just saying about calling it.
Not you. I'm not talking to you, Mike.
Got rained on a million freaking.
Mike, I wasn't talking to you. I was talking out to the newbies.
Oh yeah.
Not to you. Please don't. You know, I know you know your onions. You know your onions, Mike.
I didn't say that. I wasn't mean that.
Here we go. Look inside. Bricks
popping out.
Yes, the
blocks.
Right.
Burning. Always the same, because the event did the same thing in varying degrees to every building. Near enough.
So there's still sand. And right now there's sand in between, what we call sand in between them bricks. That's why they crumble down and they have these collapses.
Yeah, exactly. If you don't catch them at the right time and repoint, then the buildings will eventually collapse.
Right.
You know, inside an amphitheater. what do we see? We see the bricks have all turned to huge blocks. Even the seating is turned to huge blocks, if you want to call it seating. All huge blocks. These are brick lines here that run around the edge.
It's not a good place to be taking a piss, is it?
Well, I don't know. He might be so overjoyed he might be doing something else. This is one of my personal favourites.
Wow.
Like Scotland or Ireland.
That's unbelievable. Yeah, right?
This is Scotland.
Wow.
I think, no, it's Ireland, I think. Ireland. Look where how the road has, look how the road has to climb up on top of the melt to get
somebody already, some royal already claimed that baby, probably.
So now, please, Mr. Geologist, with all those letters behind your name, tell me how they built this. Tell me why these buildings are hanging off the edge here. What is all this shit underneath here, then, Mr. Geologist?
Don't make fun of
they were looking for a stable ground to build on.
Yeah.
Don't make fun of the architect. Don't make fun of the architect who built that. That's racism.
You know what? I'd rather get Mr. Magoo to come and build it because I wouldn't put it there.
They needed that soccer field up there on the top, so they had to put them buildings on the side.
Yeah, not enough room. Not enough room on the top. Yeah, put them on the side, love. Don't worry. No one
functional.
Hey, what do you mean you can't do it? Of course, hey, hire someone that can do it. It can't be that difficult.
Just put the chiselers in. They'll chisel it in. Don't worry.
Snug fit.
Snug fit.
That's why I drove around that all fucking day.
It's just a depiction. This is a depiction of what it looked like, and this is what they want it to look like.
Oh, they didn't really do that.
They succeeded to make it look like that, but this is what it looks like. Obviously, a melted building. Brick ash all around it. It sunk into the flood of other bigger buildings.
Is that the town? The town? You are. That's the only thing. They're desperate to have a historical book. They're like,
of course. You see the grid. The other grid components around it are all melted and flooded. God. Just like the Giza Plateau. Just like the Giza Plateau. All the components around the Giza Plateau are melted and flooded.
Let me tell you what people are having a hard time with this mud flood. They can't get the flood out of their head. The Noah's flood. Everything's the flood.
Yeah.
Could this have been under a flood? I mean, did the flood waters go up and then come down? Like 100 years? Come on. There's so many.
You wouldn't get this consistent melt with if you had that amount of body of water in here. It would have just cooled everything down far too quickly. You wouldn't get this melt.
No, right.
I mean, look. What the fuck is that doing there? Just leaning.
this chilling.
You know, it's like he's got his arm on the bar. He's got his arm on the bar having a scotch. You know what I mean?
I thought us Italians only had the crooked building and the Leaning Tower of Pisa.
Exactly.
I didn't know there were so many leaning buildings.
They're all over the realm.
How about that building that was all doing a twist? Remember that building? It was like all twisted out.
Yeah. Listen, they try and fool you into thinking these things, but because they don't want you to associate. Well, what's happening in one country actually could be in another country exactly the same. They don't want you to understand that it was a one world system before.
Be too easy to figure shit out.
Yeah,
putting all them pieces together.
They want to play God.
Yeah. Of course, they love telling you what to do and what to think and what to say, and you know, they want to control you from the minute you're born to the minute you're gone. It's a melted building, people. Melted like butter. You don't believe me? Watch. You ain't seen these pictures, I don't think, James.
Look, somebody drilled holes in it.
See the bricks? Can't see them? Hang on.
Wow.
Let's see this then. What did I tell you about the central core of the buildings? Cooked to buggery.
And that's what a lot of cases look like, just like that.
You got the outer casing of rows of bricks, and then internally gone, turned to ash. Look how the bricks are at the bottom here, all blocky. Huge blocks here, look.
Look at that. They went green.
All different colours. See that green one, yeah? Let's about this then.
I mean, you can't even tell if it had rooms or what the darn thing was.
I don't know what building it is, but it's a building. It's a grid component. That's all that matters.
What's that
And it's
sticking out
showing
of it over there?
significant damage.
The past.
Yeah, significant damage. So it's of interest to me, and it's incredible that it's only this little piece has survived.
What's that on? What's that inside the left side coming out? Yeah, what is that?
It looks like a
block.
block.
Look like giant square.
You got two of them right there. Yeah,
it looks like a block. It looks like one of these blocks.
Yeah, like it just.
And it looks like it's a long, like a 4x4, big.
Yeah, like one of them Cubert blocks, like it just.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Like a big long Cubert block, as you can see.
That
it
was one of the first games we played in like 1977.
Cubert.
In the video game store, they had the Cubert, and she's dead now, man. My friend, we hung out back when we were still just getting high, drinking and smoking weed. We had everything. He had THC. Half the stuff was the PCP. That's all that stuff. Anyway, go ahead.
I'm just gonna say this is in the middle of melt, so you can see the topography is melted building ash, and how they've got the frames in there because it's going to start crumbling this side.
They got a windmill there to power something. I mean, is it windy?
I don't know. Don't know about that.
I hate
but
them things.
It's the damage that I'm always looking for. Again, towers for the domes.
I look around it to see if there's any lights around.
All melted down. Bricks are all damaged.
The top of that chimney is like you see the pattern on it.
Yeah.
Wow.
Again, look what happened to this building. I mean, what the fuck is this here? Is that for the cat?
That's your little hobbit
French
hole.
cat. Dino ain't going to get out of there, is he? They ain't going to get back in because look at the size of that. It's tiny. That was for not even the Hobbit could get in there.
That's the original doggy door.
Original doghouse, cat house. That's the doghouse. That's the cat house.
Well, people might have dug in there wanting to say, "Hey, that looks like a building. That's definitely an old building, man. There might be something inside. Let's try and break it down." Those people probably went into those places and got stuff out of it. Maybe skeletons and gold. Maybe. Who knows?
Believe a lot of those people out there know what a building is.
Yeah,
they're over there tomb raiding all the time. They know them structures. They're not fooled.
I know. And they ain't telling nobody because they want to stay rich. Good thing I didn't know about it 20 years ago. I'd be out there freaking.
They don't want us over there digging. They want to keep you in Egypt digging.
Harrison Ford getting your whip out. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I want to hit that big treasure like the Holy Grail. Holy Grail in the middle of the north at the north.
Crystal skull in it, mate.
Point.
Yeah, they know where the shit is, man. Anyway, look at this grid component. Heat damage.
That looks like a fascist, right? With a big, like for old buildings.
That might have been a doorway right there where that big rock curtain is. Balloon rock. I mean, that might have been spitting out from the inside.
You sure nobody carried that boulder up there and put it on the side of the building? I mean, it's not even a boulder.
Jeez.
Yeah, they just the narrative around these places is just ludicrous, all of them. And when they give you the dates, you just think, well,
that's
another leaner. Leaner. We got a leaner.
You got a leaner. He's leaning. He is leaning.
Let me check it out. Where's that? Oh yeah. Hang on, I got a rolling paper here somewhere.
We got Bush. I got
a roll. This guy's always rolling. Man, I'm always piping. I'm gonna roll one of these bad boys. A little gorilla glue. and a little whatever lemon gelato or whatever it is. This is the best stuff I've had. Oh my god.
That Gorilla Glue #4 and that gelato.
Yeah, this.
Wow.
I got
Again,
it.
look, we see. Again, look, we
I
see.
got something that has gelato mix. I got some jealousy. Got a little gelato and something else mixed in it.
This is from the dispensary, but I got a quarter pound, and I just got a whole Z free, and then I get.
I don't got all that stuff over here. I got a few nugs. I'm not rolling up nothing.
Yeah, Mount Rushmore's melted building.
An ounce lasts me 3 weeks, probably.
I want to melt some big bricks to test, Nippon says. Well, it's only going to end, but we've already seen it. It's been done before. Look on YouTube. They've done it already. Melted Red, Meltology, motherfuckers, geologist. It's okay. You have to respond. We're not going anywhere. EEC. Exactly, Dean. We're not going anywhere. We are streaming every night. Meltology is the real geology of this realm. Fantastic evidence today, Nicole says. Thank you. Not done showing yet. Zero living space, says knowledge. Exactly, you can't.
Yeah,
ludicrous. I mean, it had to be grid compartment, especially
so much
that last picture with
the
balloon rock on the front. It had to be a grid component. You can't live in there. Can't live in there. People get confused about. Yes, some buildings were for habitation, but they would sort of like dual buildings because they had more than habitation application.
Before glasses. Oh, yeah. I just thought I'd show you. It's just fake dope. This is that fake dope. You know.
Wait a second. Nippon says not one request for money for this or that while smoking weed. That's refreshing. And when a guy puts dope before, sad when a guy puts dope before glasses. I don't know what you mean by that.
Well, everybody thinks we're stoners, man. That's why they don't believe it.
Who are they referring to?
He's referring to Jerry.
Oh right. Oh well, I don't know nothing about
Jerry has his glasses were broke.
All right. Oh well,
I'm assuming. I could be wrong. I'm just assuming.
I don't know about that because I'm far too busy to know.
But he didn't see the video earlier when you asked for the money. So
oh yeah, I always do it at the start. See, I always do it at the start because the haters they always want to come in late. You know what I mean? They start scandalizing. So I've already done it by then. Listen, even Spartan Red has got to pay fees. This channel,
for some reason, all you guys got bills.
Yeah, everyone's got them.
Trying to run a website.
I'm not asking you to take out a mortgage. I'm only playing.
Good, because I rent.
I really am only playing. But I wouldn't know about what other people are saying. I keep saying this to you guys. I don't know what other people are saying. I'm far too focused on what I'm doing to be worrying about what other people are doing. And that's how it is. You can't get ahead if you keep looking behind.
Right. Everybody I know that smokes pot smart as fuck, and they're healthy as fuck, and they're pretty they're my age. I ain't, I'm just gonna be 63. I'm just.
You know what? We do what we have to do. We're not having to explain ourselves. So you don't have to explain yourself to anybody here, right? If you want to smoke, you smoke. If you don't want to smoke, you don't smoke. If you ain't got nothing to smoke, then it's a bit tough. But still follow the stream. Next time you come on, you might have something to smoke, and it'd be a more enjoyable experience. But
many times you guys are smoking,
what you smoke, and people having a viewpoint that you smoke is like telling you what to do, and you can't tell people what to do. Me myself, I wouldn't be putting it out there like that, but everyone's different.
Hey, after what we just said, true. I think everybody should be smoking.
Oh, listen, they should smoke some more because we've got more to see. Whose phone's that?
I killed somebody.
You're bad man. You've got your phone on. It's not good.
No, I got it. I got the damn, everything turned off, but shit, the some bitch still vibrate.
Let me just show you a few more, then I'm going to get you to show yours, James, and then I can relax.
I had it. Oh yeah, I had it sitting up here by the thing because I was reading the comments, so that's why you heard it. But I usually sit it on a towel because I can't get the. It's so goddamn dumb. You can't turn it completely off, or if you turn all the volume off, it's gonna fucking vibrate.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
it's
well, maybe you should switch
dumb.
the vibrate. Switch the vibrate off.
Then it goes on ring. It goes up. Then it will ring. It goes directly from vibrate to ring. It's done. My other phone does that where I can put it on silent, but this fucker's dumb. It's one or the other.
Yeah, it's not having none of it, mate. You have one or the other.
Yeah, it's that fucking S21. It's fucking dumb. It doesn't even take a expansion card. I didn't know that. I can't add expansion to it.
Oh yeah. Oh, here we see a top of a building. Everything else is melted around it. Why they want to stick a flag in a piece?
They got Arabic, so you're in like Iran. They got that's Arabic writing.
Arabic on the side, yeah.
Yeah.
It's an arch. It's an arch as well. What's left of it anyway?
Oh yeah.
Oh my.
The phone problem could be the operator too. It could be my problem, but fuck, I get
what happened here?
Like the old rooms inside it.
That is a component that's been melted.
Right.
Yeah. You notice inside is flooded as well.
That looks like the
shape and plumbing and everything in it.
Yeah, it looks like the fuse I had to change out of my car. Big old square one.
It's been X Factor ordered.
You sure that wasn't a moat around a castle? No. But look at that thin wall around it. You see that, like that papery looking wall? What was that? Melted rack? What is that made of? That's part of the building, actually. That's brick.
Yeah, of course it is.
Oh, it's twisted and thin it is.
Yeah.
Or is that? Bricks. Wow.
See, it's a wall around the wall.
It's a wall around the wall, and you see part of it's missing here. Well, it's sunken in the melt.
Well, it looks
and look at the angle. Look at
it's
the
just
angle.
not one of those 5 feet thick ones. It's probably only a couple feet thick.
Look how high you are at the front here, and look how low you are at the back here.
Yeah.
Melting backwards.
It's not even level, huh?
It's not nowhere near level.
Right there, you'd be like, "Oh, we got to fix this." How do you fix the floor?
Yeah, exactly. And mud can't do this, by the way.
Of course not. They're looking at the effects. We're looking at the cause.
Mud can't do this either. Mud can't do this either.
Well, hey, now we know how to get them bricks up there, huh?
They got Big Mama in. Big Mama can move.
That's her job until she dies. Every day I take the bricks back and forth. About 200 other people.
She's eating plenty of greens, mate. So
look at that cement they used. Look at that cement they used in between all of them rocks that they laid up there.
Crazy damage. And to think people still don't recognize it. They still don't recognize melted buildings. And look here. See bricks here. This is all melt.
I hope that's not where she was headed, because if so, someone needs to tell her to turn around fast.
Yeah, she can't go there. She'll break the place down.
There's nothing up there. Turn around. You waste your time.
It's only brick house, love. You can't step there.
I think that place needs to be condemned.
Oh,
God, the laundromat's on the other side.
Totally devastated. Totally devastated.
Nothing, man.
Nothing left.
Desolate.
Look at that.
Yeah, look.
That walkway is probably 2 miles up in the air, man. Look.
See, the buildings are always joined with walkways. All melted downwards. You can tell it's melted because look at the ground.
Yep.
That was brick flood, and it was melting down into the brick flood.
You bang your head walking on the head now. The floor
exactly.
So hard.
I mean, come on. we're technological geniuses. We're going to put an archway where you bang your head. Crazy. Let's not go down that road, because it is the road to retardia. Come on. How did it get like this?
Ruins.
It is ruins
from the X Factor.
It is ruins sitting in its own melt. Brick ash. It's not a natural occurrence. Far from it.
Every damn rock around the whole everywhere looks. You can find they all basically look. They all come in the same damn looks and sizes. It's just
You know, when you've
so
looked at the
many
amount of
bricks. It's incomprehensible how and then they were that
Everywhere.
high up too, and it's just nothing but the continents of just. Look, it's right there in front of your face. It's not possible. It's just unbelievable. You got to.
You know
It
what?
has to be accepted after that because it's right there. I mean, this place.
The thing is, you see, it's because people are not really understanding how huge.
They can't. You can't. I can't even comprehend the exponential. The just how unbelievable. Jerry's like, this civilization could have gotten built in 1,000 years. Well, that's 100 decades.
Mm.
I already been through 6 of them already, so I didn't do shit.
Yeah.
God.
But put it this way: this civilization must have been here and flourishing for a long, long time.
Oh.
And
every
we can't. Even if you just look at the building structures that we have left, you can tell that they were evolving. Because if you look in the east, it's totally different structures to the west, but it's still the same people.
Meltology destroys every narrative except flat Earth, because it stemmed out of flat Earth.
It's extended from flat Earth.
And that's what heliocentrism. This blows. This is the most dangerous thing to anything heliocentric. Anything.
This is why.
Wow.
We are censored. This is why they put pressure on Jerry and myself.
Why? How do you share?
They're trying to put the cork back in the bottle once the fizzy pop has already gone. Look at this shit. Look at this shit. Look at the bricks. And
you'll get banned for sharing that. I got banned for sharing just the dumbest cartoons. They'll ban me for 30 days for just.
I don't care no more, mate.
Basically.
As long as I can do. I don't care about the bans. As long as I can.
Be careful not to get banned.
Yeah, as long as I can. I had a 24-hour one for a post about 3 months ago. But hey ho.
I had one when the group first started. I couldn't even get on the group for the first 2 weeks because just because I said something about hanging someone.
Don't say it again. Yeah. Don't say it again. Don't say it. I said that too. I said we should all. That's why I got kicked off Twitter 3 years ago.
And that was just a post I put. I didn't even post it. It was someone else's post. I just put a comment on someone's post. I'm like, come on.
Yeah, that was what I did. I put a comment on someone's post.
I was doing great on Twitter, man. They wouldn't let me. They were stealing all my subs. I was getting too big. They're like, you gotta go. I did.
I'm not that social.
Too many thoughts.
I don't like Twitter anyway.
This is great, man. I've seen these. Man. These are great. Look at the bands of heat that just. It's just very. It was very what do you call it?
Hot.
No, it had like, hey, I'm gonna fry you, but I'm gonna just leave these.
It was very arbitrary.
I'm gonna make perfect bands just around it. Just 4 brick bands, and then we're gonna have another 5 brick bands above that one.
It was very arbitrary in its in the way that it melted this particular building.
Yeah, but there had to be some kind of energy field that there's because we're all in a field. I mean, everything is fields. Like
the energy field decided you will live. And you will turn blocky, and you will live, and you will turn blocky, and you will live, and you will turn blocky, and you will turn into a big mess of churning shit.
It was all that.
Yeah,
that was pretty.
That is exactly how the heat field thought about those bricks.
Right.
I am going to do what I want to do. You're going to either conform or you're not, or you're going to turn into shit.
You're going to conform.
You are going to turn into pieces of shizer. Actually, we can come out.
Don't be showing no Titan penises now.
No, listen, I dare do that. I don't want the Roger Brigade on here this time of night. The new tech is dumb shit. It's old dumb shit as well.
Hey, it made sense. It got me here. Hey, I got there
You think
along
they're
that
giving
path.
us technology?
Got where
What
we
we got
are.
now? This is dumb shit.
Hey,
What we
at
got
least
now
I
is
was
dumb
smart enough
shit.
to let it go. Hey, when there was a fork in the road and everyone's like, "Nah, I'm going here," I was like, "Nah, this is it, man. Bye." I did that with every single sub I've ever had. Everybody, the people I hung out with the hardest years. When Flat Earth came out, I was like, whoa, I just ripped myself out. I was doing ufology for freaking 10 years. I just blew space, right? I was like, you know what? And then, gradually, like the moon, nope, the dome, yep, space is fake. That was it. Once you get to that point.
It's all good once you realise what your reality is all about.
Some things are meant not to be known. Like Jerry says, we can't know it. We can't know
Well,
it.
you can't.
We're going to try it, but we're going to find out.
When people ask you all the time, you have to keep saying, listen, how the hell do I know? I wasn't there. I'm only going by things I can see.
And when you do,
that's
called zetics. That's called zeticism.
Yeah.
Like, zetetic, Earth, like zetetic flat Earth and zetetic. That's how we, it's demonstrable evidence. You can see with your eyes, and it's not theories. And
you could also say to someone, look, go there, you can see it yourself. You can prove it. You can see touch it. You can touch it.
You can see mountains perpendicular, flat up. If there was a globe, even from 200 miles away, you'd see it be tipping that way, like on an angle. Yeah. Everything would be tipping all around you, a little bit away. It would look so stupid. You can't live on a ball. I don't care how big it is. It's the dumbest thing in the world.
Listen, throw that out with the bathwater, they say. Throw it out with the bathwater. It's slave mentality. Slave thinking.
I'm telling you, it's like I can't get nowhere to go. I start to hang out with people. You got to be careful what you talk about. I get a few people that were like, I'm like, normal talk for me is just like people like goes right through them or.
Oh yeah, TV talk I call it.
Like, if there's like a million strange, funny looking clouds and like tic-tac-toe boards all above me and everyone's just like about their normal day. Like, why am I the only one to see it? I'll just sit there in the middle while people are going to the store and I'll stand there and look up until I don't feel like get two people and just keep looking up. And then three was like, what's this freaking guy up looking up there? Well,
Yeah, I think he's seeing the manna from heaven.
Where were they yesterday? There wasn't. Where were they yesterday?
Yeah, exactly. Right, listen, James. If you've got evidence to show, you better get on and get into it. Yeah, okay. we've got a book. Let's go.
You could find. You could do. I don't know where you find all your stuff for your videos, God. You got to go. You got to on the
I'll find it all over.
Martin's pretty good at like finding good like what was the name of them sites they keep showing that they keep pumping them those horrible pictures from the old Phoenician, like old Vatican torture, like
black
and white sketches. They're so depressing. It's the same
Inquisition stuff and all that shit. Yeah.
Never anything, and then he comes up with some.
I am trying to steer away from those. I'll steer away from those myself. They
were good. They got me, where I said, okay, enough of that. Now we already proved that. I'm wrong. I'm trying to carry you guys along with me. You know what?
Yeah.
I don't want you guys around with me anyway. No carry.
You're not thinking in the right way. So
but I figured you'd be copping along and seeing it like me. But either you guys got another agenda, or you guys can't let go of something.
Yeah.
But I'm going to be where the evidence is, and there's no evidence like that. It didn't take me long to. This brick thing was. I thought Jerry was.
Away you go, young man.
You can't melt brick. Foundries are made out of brick. They melt iron in brick. They fucking pour big beams. Look at the ovens. They're bricks.
Yeah.
Next level heating. Next level.
Next levels. Right, James, you go, mate.
I went ahead and I put the tag on it, but if it's not in the right place, whatever. I tried. Some of these places it's harder to find out where they come from than it is to find a damn picture. So
yeah, it is.
I tried.
In case you go there and get more pictures.
Right. Well, some of them might take you to the wrong spot, but anyway, I
what helped me with Martin? All those pictures that I was seeing with Martin even a couple of months ago. He showed you all those old pictures from 1400s, 1500s. They still have everything's got melted buildings in them. There's not one thing with a city. It's always a so you know they can't be that old. They're full of shit. The whole
Tower to the
narrative,
dome.
another realm or outside the dome, or some idiot brought it in the submarine and drive around. Who knows? Didn't fall out of the space because there ain't none. You know.
Right, go on, James. Starting to rate it, mate.
You got okay.
The buildings are the shit though.
Listen to Mike. You got this balloon rocking on the side here. You got this vegetation taking over.
You could see
tower to the dome.
That looked like it got heated with a lot of heat, like a hot gas where the outside of the brick. Look at it, right? It's dripping almost.
Yeah.
Doesn't it look like that?
Clicked right here.
I thought this was just a background wall that we're looking at. You probably are. Watch this. I probably don't have my screen up, right? Is that right? Yeah. We're on the cast right now. Yeah, I was on that brick wall looking at it. I was like, yeah, that brick wall. Wow. Yeah, that's only the top of the building. Look, you can see it. That little spire, they don't build those porticos. Those porticos go way high. And look how short that is. You know that 5/8 of that building is on the ground. At least, maybe more.
Right.
Look,
yeah.
More than half.
It's sitting on itself.
Yeah, that's just
a midget. Top. It's a midget building.
Right. That's just you
can see the component there.
They think mud came and rolled in on it. They didn't think it sunk into itself. They think that the whole mud just flooded. Like God just released the flood waters and everything just washed all the flood up and everything. You know, I don't know. What else can you do? You know.
At least 4.
It's delusional thinking anyway. So let's crack on.
Oh, up there's those giant again from those giant silicone.
New Zealand, look, New Zealand. It's giant testicles.
They got me going on. I said, yeah, maybe it could be, man. You know, I was hanging out doing a Roger Spur thing for like that thing. That was hard to let go. Let me tell you. Oh.
Let's not talk about Roger. We'll get derailed from what we're doing. Right, come on. Let's hear the narration. Let's go.
All right.
Look at that hollow ball. That was like a big ball. That was like one of those.
What you expect that when it's going viscous,
you know when it gets really hot, you see ball lightning with a torch, and then it just bubbles up. It's so hot.
Another example of it here. The center is hollow.
You still see the melted brick in here.
Yeah.
Brick color.
They got a name for every one of these rocks, you know. It's
of course.
They got a name for. That's Alabama.
They named it all for. Well, you know what? They should have just saved themselves the trouble and just said red brick.
That's the exactly. Everything. They don't. No one knows that. Most of the stuff.
Excuse me for a second, lads. I've just got to take a leak.
That's next for me too. I just went to cut a piece of watermelon. I had to eat. I was like, I came right on. I came inside. I didn't even eat anything. I had like a cup of soup, and I have. These 2 days have been so hectic. James, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm Mike. My last name's Davino. They don't have it on it, but you'll see my on YouTube. I'm Hypnosis. That's like my moniker. Like HIPGNOSIS. Yeah, that's my name on Gab, and that's my name on MeWe, you know. And but on Facebook, you'll see it. It's just I have it there, but you'll see me as that because I just changed it a couple of months ago.
Okay.
Yeah, somebody said it. I said, "Hey, that'll be a cool name." I was just thinking, and I heard somebody, Hypnosis, and I'm like, "Wow, that sounds hip." And gnosis just means knowledge and having knowing, you know.
That's a hip knowledge.
It's a hip thing to have knowledge.
Cool knowledge. Let's go. Taiwan. You really weren't messing about with labeling them either, was you?
No.
Yeah, I don't know. If I one of those mushrooms again.
Rock curtain back here. I think up here just melted.
What's the name of that place in New Mexico? That looks like that place in New Mexico almost.
Viscosity. See how it's trying to open up and spread open?
That's a giant sea sponge.
The hot air is trying to escape.
Yeah, yeah, I know. We have. I see them in Arizona too. Oh, there's that giant lingam thing again.
Yeah.
Oh, what do you call it? The Indian, except it doesn't have that thing on the side. Taiwan.
Heck?
Look at that.
What
I
happened?
can't. I'm not even
Back
gonna
up
try.
there. I don't know how this thing just got small. Hold
Okay,
on.
you gone in. You need to come
There
out
we
of
go.
that. That's it. So big.
There we go. All right.
Taiwan.
All right. We got this rock curtain on the bottom here with these
Hexagons
Oh,
are
that's
five.
great.
lines, Cubert.
They're 5-sided, aren't they? Instead of 6, like the usual beehive 6, like a hexagon.
Yeah, huh?
They look like a pentagon almost. Well, it doesn't matter, you know. They look at the plant cells that have that because everything is made like the hologram. You know, Jerry goes with the holograms. That has got a lot to do with that because even benzene rings in chemistry and you know how things form. You look at them graphene things. They graphene automatically under a magnetic field. With even when you light your phone on, they all go into these little honeycombs and they line up. You know, they're shooting that crap, and you wonder why everything's sticking on your arm and stuff. You know, it's. I don't know. That midwalk, I tell you, I went on BitChute. I was like, look at this. It's like nothing but just.
Oh wow. Oh yes, Mr. James.
We got a little bit
Mr.
of this.
James.
Hey, that looks like the meteor in the Museum of Natural History.
They'll tell you that's coral. They'll tell you it's coral.
I know, Carl.
Still got a little bit of the
Yeah,
color left on it. Still a little blocky on this side.
But that thing is iron. That thing is iron or nickel, whatever the hell it is. I went up to it. I was like, ding, ding, whoa. That thing came out of the X Factor, then fell off of something and melted together, a big nugget of something.
This total melt job over here. Look at that. Everything is just rock curtain over.
That looks like, is that air trying to escape out of there? It looks like, poof.
Great evidence.
Some viscous lines over here. I don't know if you can see if I can blow that up. A little bit over here in this right hand corner. Everything else has just been.
I can see brick. I can see brick lines right under there where your arrow was, right there. Under
Yeah,
there.
I saw it too.
Patterns.
Yeah, right there.
Yeah.
You know, you could spot that easily.
Yeah.
You can see the little block.
Everything else has just been rock curtained over.
I like them bands of those red bricks. They were laid perfectly, like perfect bricks. You know, the two with the one in top, the same. They lay in like forever.
It's, New Mexico. You can't really see it too well down there, but it says that.
Good enough.
That looks like a huge
Another
complex. Look at the size of that.
great component.
What the heck
It's
is that?
it's top of the building, isn't it?
Yeah, look at. I would like to see it straight from above, man. He's probably just.
See some stairs over here on the side. Bricks coming up still.
Why is there
Left
stairs?
of it.
People had to go in there and service these components, so they put stairs on them.
They got braces up here. They got braces holding the wall up. So
I gotta go fix. Capacitor fucking 3,272,000, and it's on latitude 14.7 degrees and latitude 3. Taking a share.
They had hover cars. They had hover cars.
We don't want to have an X Factor event. God forbid.
exactly.
They went all Fifth Element on us, mate.
Fifth, yeah, right. The quintessence, baby. Ether.
You think Luke Besson didn't know what this place looked like? You look at Fifth Element and how it was.
Yeah, remember they're mining on an asteroid or something on the Fifth Element?
No. I'm talking about where Bruce Willis is driving his cab.
Oh yeah,
he's in a hover cab, and all the buildings are huge. And
the hover cab. They call it flying. Yeah, that's definitely like it was.
Yeah, but Luke Besson.
But it wasn't so stupid. We got the idiot technology like these. See these crotch rockets? They didn't have shit like that around. You don't jump into it. That's like getting in a rocket and going to the moon. They're just going sideways, and they got a wing on them. Luckily, they got that technology. Those things scare the shit out of me. I'd rather just be on an airship, floating with and then having that free air. You're already up there. You can send a wire down and just like grab. You could go anywhere. People just lived up there all the time, and they just traveled to go meet their relatives and just meet new cultures and people. You look everywhere you went. You look at the Chinese wall; it just keeps. You see how far that friggin' thing goes?
People, you're not looking at a Titan intestine. That's all I'm saying.
I could have been dinosaur poop too, hardened.
Dinosaur poop, yeah. T-Rex poop. See the little bit of meat left on the top there? Didn't digest that bit properly.
Still in it. New Mexico. That's what you call it. That's the place I was talking about just now. That's a Goblin Park or something. A Goblin. Yeah, I'm telling you, they got some wild piece of melted buildings and stuff that look just like.
Look at this whole side is rock curtained over here. This whole building here is rock curtained.
Give up the ghost and rock curtain straight over.
You can make New Mexico is unbelievable. That was one a great place to do this kind of stuff. I was there. I was in the painted forest.
Lots and lots of damage out in New Mexico way. But there's loads of damage everywhere down that side.
The national parks, they made the national parks.
If you look on Google Earth, and just look on the west. Look at the west coast. That's where the buildings were, because the melt spread eastwards.
I climb them things in Arizona. I go up inside those little cave things. They call them little cave and little cubby things. I go inside them, and they're so easy to climb. It's called the Papago. Yeah, the Papago Mountains, right on 10, man. Right freaking right before you go into Phoenix. As you're going into Phoenix, heading west, or between by the airport to stop. I mean, it's right there. If you're heading towards Scottsdale from the Skyhopper Airport, I think it's right there. Or I think it's the other way. It's right near there. Can't miss it. They're the only ones that look like this, in Arizona. Keep going.
Look at that damage. Look at the
windows still survive. Everything else is melted.
That rock curtain over the top of it, look.
Yeah.
That's like granite. You know that? You know how hard that is? That stuff is really, really hard. You can tell. You don't even mess with that.
No.
Red bricks. It's red bricks, mortar snot, and concrete upgrades.
But look at that compared to that dusty looking stuff that in Arabia. Remember, see how powdery that stuff was like concrete granite.
Yeah.
That's hard, man. Like it's got a Mohs on the Allison scale.
Huge archway there in the door. Window on the left-hand side there.
I bet if you zoom in, you could probably still see brickage around that or inside that dome. You always look. It's like even I'm thinking in New Paltz when you're going up the hill in New York, right where SUNY New Paltz is. It's the State University of New York. That's the same. I'm telling you. This is everywhere. I see this. The same exact thing.
The whole side of that arch is just collapsed.
Whole mountain. Nothing but a building.
Nothing but buildings, mate. It's all buildings. Everywhere you want to look.
Yeah, they got bats in them. They do those things around here. That's where they go for bats. People go there to get their guano, and then people kept going there, and then the state comes in because they don't want you exploring in all of these things. And they put up these big gates. Fed comes in. They ban it. They'll put up signs, no trespassing. And then
really, what they're saying is they can't afford people to be exploring and finding out there's rooms and passageways and doorways and hallways and all of this.
I got to tell you, right here in Pennsylvania, these guys have dug. They went inside. They think they were in a cave looking for Bigfoot. They went into buildings, square rooms, and they got. Because they were following something to go in there. They went in and they explored in there. And I already knew about the melted brick building, so I'm like losing it. Because I know what I'm seeing. And I was banned. I couldn't show you guys. I was dying. I couldn't even get Jen trying to write her.
Yeah.
How did this rock curtain get over this corner over here? How did they build that?
Answer that one, Mr. Geologist. Tell me how that happened.
They put the mountain on top of it.
How it all cascaded over and around this building. What caused that?
That was the mud flood. The mud flood went right over that thing like a big wave.
And whilst it was there, it melted it too.
Hey,
you can see through this rock curtain right here. What is that, a glare or is that The
John
formula,
Levi's video, I think, explains how the mud hardened as it was coming out. I was like, you got to be kidding me. That's the curtain? He's saying the curtain was the mud that got hardened. And that keeps forming as the... I was like, oh, now you...
Explain this one then. What happened with the mud here then?
Look at that column. There's an elephant. There's an elephant. There's something that looks... Someone carved an elephant right there. Look at that. Wow.
See, there's another one that's gone blocking right next to it.
No one carved anything. Because I could just see Batman slapping Robin. Wham!
Yeah, you got your elephant right here and your elephant here.
Yeah, they do say all kind of dumb shit knowledge. They do. It's a feeble attempt to.
I think they all got together and said, "Yo, I felt like, how could you not see it? I gotta leave. I gotta just leave the group, in good faith." That was it, man. I came back. I kept every now I throw a couple of things in the not in their feed, but I don't know. No one sees anything. I just post. I throw Jerry's shit up in there because I know how they fucking probably hate Jerry when he's doing his dabs and everything and his music. I don't mind it, man. I like it a lot.
Look at that. Now look, this is a classic case. Look at the columns. This is a grid component. Grid component. When you see lots of columns, it's grid components. Definitely, 100%. And it's all been rock curtained over. It's all been rock curtained over.
You still see some brick.
But you can. I guarantee you walk in and you can still walk.
I don't think they're the original length. I think they were somehow longer. They don't usually make columns that short, do they? Or maybe they are between a building. Maybe that was one floor between a building, right?
I mean, we've got no context to understand why they're that size. Maybe they were that size. But
why would you put 10 feet of brick? Lay it 10 feet of laid brick.
You wouldn't do that, would you?
Almost close to 9 to 10 feet tall.
Yeah,
well,
9 miles.
And you can see
right here
on those columns, and the columns on the left-hand side, one of them has still got bricks at the bottom.
Yeah, the red one right there.
The red one at the bottom.
Go below it to the right.
It's my left.
Right there. You're
down. Go down. That's it there.
Right there.
That's red bricks.
You want me to pull? I
can maybe slightly different shape as well.
I can't expand the screen.
You just got to relax yourself there, mate. There you go.
That stuff was so good. I just didn't even get it. That's how I'm a lightweight when it comes to that. Woo.
We don't want to be sending for the paramedics. That's all.
No, please. I'll never come out of there alive. Don't put me on one.
They won't let you out alive.
Oh, he's in. He finally made it to the emergency room. Let's get him.
Yo, Fally, we are still here.
We're shutting him up for good. Yeah, we're still alive and live.
Yeah, live and live. Just looking through some of James's evidence and having Mike give us our
This is another view of it.
Stories.
Even way up on top.
Why are you taking a nap anyway in the middle of my show? That's not good.
Yeah, that's the rest of it up there.
If I would have smoked the rest of that, I've been doing that.
Top of the building up above.
Yeah, look, there's more of the same, man.
It's crazy. Look, it's good. It's
That's what I was looking at.
There's a huge component.
Yes.
Huge component.
It's all probably it's the same thing. Whole thing. I mean, I would like to know where the foundations of these goddamn things are.
Probably about 300, 500 feet down.
What is the foundation? What was that on top of? Was that what they were building the bricks out of? You had to, because they had to use something. They were using blood, too. They didn't waste a drop of blood. If somebody died, I would imagine you would just use the blood right to the brick factory, motherfucker. We got to keep them red. Cow blood. In India, they made. I did the
Love
research.
your voices keep me chill, says Valley. Oh, bless you.
I had to lower my volume, though, yesterday.
Looks like there's another building right here up at top.
Oh, yeah.
Still part of the building right there.
Pockets of survival. It came down from above anyway. You can see
that cube right in the middle is the part. It was the part of the old building.
Yeah.
Look at that. Look underneath it. It's right on of melted brick. It's amazing how just survives right inside that curtain or
yeah.
dome.
This is like parting the ways of this melted flood that's coming down on top of it.
Right.
Flowing round it, decided, well, we won't melt you, we could just go round. Crazy. Arches, columns, scorch marks, brick lines, block lines, it's all there.
Everything we need for a building. That's it. Everything we need.
Oh, Great Wall.
It's great.
Or the Great Walkway, actually, not the wall.
Yeah, it's not
It's
a
a
wall. It's not
walkway.
keeping anybody out. It's a building, man.
Yeah,
The building melted either side of it downwards.
Jerry was showing us red brick. I think you could see the red bricks in that wall.
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing about this one is that
as soon as I saw that, I was like,
I just recently, not too long ago, found out about the wall of India. I thought there was only a wall of China. Right. Then I find out about the wall of India, and then I find this one. This is Victoria Lines in Malta. I said, goddamn, they're all connected.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All connected at one point.
Yeah, so I was like, shit. They never taught me this one in school.
Yeah.
Must all them days I missed.
Because you only ever hear about the Great Wall of China, don't you?
Yeah. I tell you, I'd be the worst person on Jeopardy. I'd be like, man, what the fuck you talking about, dude? I ain't never heard of that damn place.
You know what?
I know damn good and well that's the Wall of China.
Oh yeah. Just in case he wants to get on the phone.
In case
again.
anyone wants to look this up, hey, I still got to investigate that too.
Listen, it's good to go everywhere, mate. Go everywhere. Look everywhere.
Yes.
That's the key. Look everywhere. Don't never limit your search. You know what I mean? Hang on, I'll put his mic back on. Oh look, listen, you can't be eating on live.
I got the East Coast tater chips.
Oh,
man.
you can't. You're doing the James. James is going to start now.
You don't got these in England, man.
Listen, I'll have to mute you when you're eating those.
I'm not gonna crunch. No crunching allowed, man.
Bad
Take
fool.
off. Shit.
If you hear me, I'll go get watermelon.
No, James, carry on, James.
Thing went by itself.
Wait a second.
This thing just went up and
I
ate
always
shit.
I got food in my mouth,
Twally says it keeps Kitty chilled too. Cupcake loves you. Tell Cupcake I love her as well.
We know
And
this
she
is
says she hasn't killed a mouse for days. Oh my!
case of a mud flood. We know this isn't what happens. We
I
got
killed one 2 days ago.
towers sticking up out of the ground here.
He killed himself. He got caught in the
Sticking up
glue
out of
trap. I didn't like
the
that.
flood.
But
Flooded from this.
Let James do his narration. Just let him do his narration. I'm going to get through these pictures. We're coming up to 3.5 hours. I just want to get through James's pictures.
I think we did this one recently, so I won't spend a lot of time on this one. Spain flooded down. Everything's flooded.
Is that part of? Is that white thing a tower? I can't see.
Yeah.
Thought it was. I suspected it was. I mean, yeah, that's like the ones I showed yesterday, isn't it? With that building attached to the
lighthouse.
Quite similar.
Looks like a typical lighthouse.
Got a doorway right here going in.
Clock tower repurposed. Sorry, James, carry on.
Oh, no problem. I was just saying, you got the doorway right here going into the melted brick building.
It's a funny place to put a building inside a mountain.
I think this was like some of the listed as largest megaliths. But that was
in the world.
I think so. I think it was in the world. One of these was in the world over in Russia. I got a couple of them.
Oh, wow.
Might be this one. I don't know.
Look at the size of those blocks.
Huge. And, they never show us this. They always show us that damn pyramid.
Yeah. But the thing is that the correlation is there between the big blocks, the pyramids, and these big blocks in Russia. They're all melted red bricks.
Yep. But if they told us that, then it would give away the evidence. We'd start putting it together quicker.
Oh yeah, they don't want you to be any the wiser, as they say.
Yeah. And this is so Easter Island.
Yeah.
We've been on here before.
Oh yeah, all islands and tops of buildings. Look at the melt on that. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me?
Scorch.
If you can't recognize that this building is melted, you never will.
What the fuck? This thing is going ape shit. Get the fuck. Oh, goddamn. Fuck. That's the second time this dirty bastard did that.
Yeah, you got the gremlins in there.
God damn.
Listen, mine does some crazy shit as well, so I feel your pain.
Getting away from me. Just got the stairs here melted down. Everything's running down this way. Somewhere in Hungary. Same
Hungary.
Same complex. And this one, they redid this wall. I got 3 pictures of the same one. You're gonna see it's different. The wall is different.
Oh, zoom that one. Here. Now you need to go back and zoom that one. One before that. It's clearer, yeah. Now zoom it. You have to remember the picture is quite small, so if you don't zoom it, we can't see the detail. That's better. Oh, look at that. Pancake block tines. Can you see the row of mangled windows above that pocket of survival? Mm-hmm. That's it. That's all I wanted to see.
But you notice the original wall here, opposed to this other one, looks like they changed it up.
You'd think they would have kept everything original, wouldn't you?
Huh. Yeah. So now they replaced it with this here.
Yeah, look, totally different. To throw you off the scent.
Yep. Make you think they built like this, using old melted material.
For polygon.
Yeah. It's crazy.
It's Tetris.
I mean, how do they explain that?
Tetris.
You know, how do they explain the buildings sunk in there like that? How do they? You know, the guys that come around, they must get the question, well, how did that get in there? They must come up with some story.
It's ancient technology. Yeah. You know, they've lost that technology. It's hidden, sacred.
Yeah. Yeah, the gods took it back up with them when they left.
Mm-hmm.
Folds of melt there with the rock curtain coming down.
That's it.
Incredible.
Yeah, that concludes.
Well, wonderful evidence, my man.
Again.
Well, listen, you know, you always represent, so that's why you're always on the show. You know?
We're changing the narrative. We're making it, bringing truth to that, man. Their narrative is so weak. It's just everything just destroys it. Once you,
I see you went and got that screensaver, huh?
People are so afraid of us being right, like of anything being right.
Oh yeah,
they're afraid of then they're not spinning on a ball. That's one of them. That's scary. But you know,
take away their belief in space flight. That's another one.
Oh,
and then once you start questioning these actors that are posing themselves as politicians, that's another layer off.
Once you see the deception, and you know who's in on it, and then you wonder, does this clown really know he's in, or is he just a compartmentalized shill that doesn't even know he's doing that? Because some people believe they're they believe who they're working for. They have to almost, you know.
Well, their best ones are the ones
too
who are
big.
working.
It's too big to have. It's too big of a
Most of them are working in that compartmentalized kind of way, because the best actors are the ones who don't know they're actors. They just think they've got power. Like, you know, they've got.
They're the ones that'll kill you too over a friggin'.
But they're not affecting change. They're just following the script. I'll sign this, Governor. Okay, I'll sign it. Do this, Governor. Oh yeah, we've got this meeting over here, Governor. They think this is an illusion of power, and if you have people who don't realise that they're being used like that, they're the best ones to have, because they'll put up the most convincing stories when they need to put up the stories.
I don't know whoever's on the media right now doing that, like that guy in Australia. He's like with the big ears, and he's talking. I was like, dude, I can see that guy's going to be. I don't want to say it, man, but I think he's going to be like on one side in town. Well, you know, eventually, I mean, how you talk like you can't. They're gathering something. I don't know.
Listen, at the moment, really I feel
make it happen to move crap along.
My pain goes out to, or not pain, but I feel their pain in Australia, because what's happening over there is going to be heading to a town near you real soon.
What kind of cop
if it's left unchecked? If it's left unchecked, it's going to be happening everywhere soon. Where they're
Stay out of the cities, man. I'm upstate, man. Like, you know, I got in a trailer park with all old people.
You could.
Most people are too busy watching Netflix, man. They ain't got time for anything. And people are going to know if any troops start. They don't have enough UN. They're all friggin' that this shit is going to come down. I'm telling you, we're going to fucking win. I just want to get together with you guys, and they're trying to not let anybody travel because they don't want no one getting together. Because
that's another reason. They don't want us to get together where we need to be. Anyway, listen, guys.
All right.
That's the end of the stream tonight. I want to thank everyone for jumping in the Chill Out Zone. It's been really enjoyable. James, always a pleasure. The link will be sent. Mike, fantastic. You can make the stream tonight. Always love listening to you, mate. You're always a full can of worms, ready to explode. So,
too much.
We will be sending the link. We'll be sending the link out back to Mike to come on again as soon as we can.
All right.
I want to thank the Eagle Eye crew again for stopping by and chilling out with us. All right. Last words, James and Mike.
Hey, thanks for having me on. Thanks, Eagle Eye crew, for coming in and hanging out, chilling, and getting this fantastic evidence that Spartan was putting out. Thanks, Spartan, for displaying that excellent evidence. It's been fun hanging out with the Eagle Eye crew, like always. Blessings to all.
Yeah, thanks,
Mr. Mike. Last words.
Thanks for inviting me, and love watching everyone. Your videos, man, are like top notch. And I didn't pay attention to the chat a lot. I wanted to. I'm really tired. I've been up early, so I want to say everyone. I got a little after I smoked out. I started to interrupt. I was like off on my own tangent. I was like, and I was cutting you guys off without even knowing it. Sorry. All right.
You know what? Yeah, it's we're all soldiers here. Eagle Eye crew. We love everybody.
I love everybody, man.
It's all about love. Listen, I'm out of here, people. Take care of yourself. Remember, we are the survivors of the survivors.
One love.
Good night, man.
Take care. I'll be back soon. 10:30 tomorrow night. Don't miss out. Spartan's Chill Out Zone. One love.
One love.
Spartan Red. Out.